Alright guys, hello. I'm struggling here already. We haven't even started and I'm struggling. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Ugh, and I have so many things on my desk. Ooh, treat yourself. I will. Oh, catastrophe. Do you know what I have today for a treat? My favorite treat ever. Guess. Guess, chat, before I tell you. Guess what my treat is today. I'm actually glad I brought it because I forgot I had that command. Totally forgot I had just added that redeem. I guess I'm gonna have to start keeping snacks in here. How's everybody doing? Hope we're doing well. Blueberries? That's a good guess. It is not correct, but it is a good guess. That would be a good option for a treat. I actually did eat some berries for breakfast. The song is really loud today. I wonder why, if that's just me. Hey Dreamy, how's it going? You may be regretting catching today's stream. It's gonna be a struggle bus stream. Struggle truck? I don't know. I picked a really hard topic for myself today. At least hard for me. Has everyone eaten? Well, I'm about to. I just got a treat redeem. And nobody guessed what it was. I'm surprised. It's cheese! I have cheese today, guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, I know. Good idea picking cars, right? I know I'm not the only one, probably, who is struggling with cars and vehicles. We haven't done a vehicle study for Art Gym in quite some time, so I figured it was time. Thank you for making me do stuff I don't want to and need to do. Yeah, same. Thank you for making me do stuff I don't want to and need to. It goes both ways here. For anyone who's not been to the Art Gym before, this is why we call it the Art Gym, because it's often topics that are not commonly studied. At least not for me. I definitely don't draw very many vehicles. And I need to. So the hard part for me was finding, honestly, finding this picture. Finding a truck that had like I think it's the same truck. But finding different angles of the same truck, because I know so little about how to draw a vehicle that I know if I practice drawing it in perspective like this is a slightly like, where you could draw a perspective box around this even to kind of help you draw, and we'll talk a little bit about that, even though I'm not the best at perspective drawing. But I really wanted to find just like a dead-on, no angles picture of it, and then, yeah, this took a minute to find. So it's not the prettiest truck, but it is a working truck, for sure. So, yeah, I haven't posted anywhere that I'm live yet. Look up Deco Toro. I'm afraid to look that up, Amaze. I feel like it's gonna be like a giant mech or something. Okay. But yeah, how is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm just still arranging everything. I gotta fix my little speech bubble because he's pointing the wrong way now. Oops. Oh, I didn't realize I had that in its own little box. I'll just... It's not complex to just... Oh my gosh, stop it! Why are you like this? Like, why? I just want to draw a bubble tail. Not that hard. Okay, we gotta get the bad drawings out, says the truck. For sale sites might be good. Ooh, that's a good idea, Pyro. Why did I not think... Pyro, you're so smart. Can you please share some of your smarts with me? Why did I not think of that? I spent way too long this morning trying to find... Okay, yeah. So if anybody wants to study cars, it is a genius move to just go to a for sale place and look at all their multiple angles of pictures of the same car. That makes so much sense, and it pains me that I did not think of that. Okay, well, there you have it. There you have it. Pyro wins smartest of the year again. Okay. Well, I did make a little Pinterest board. If anybody, yeah, needs pictures of trucks, there is a Pinterest board that exists. You can go check it out if you want to. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, let me say hi to everybody, and let me post that I'm live really fast, because I didn't have time to do any preps of my posts. I was so busy trying to find a picture of this truck. So yeah, I haven't posted literally anywhere. So let me do that really, really fast. I can't wait until Blue Sky has the like now live feature. I'm actually not gonna put a heart exclamation point because I am not excited. I need to work on this though. I'm hoping that by forcing myself to study things, that it'll somehow make me better at more casually approaching drawing them. So that's kind of the hope here. Today for me, this the whole motto of the art gym is definitely going to be very strong. We're just getting the bad drawings out. That's the whole purpose. We're not here expecting to make amazing drawings. You know, if you happen to be somebody who's really comfortable drawing vehicles, then you're probably going to have a much better time than some of us. But hey, I'm pretty comfortable drawing animals, and some people are not. So I need to break my own safety, my own comfort zone bounds every once in a while. But yeah, let me scroll up and say hi to everybody. That purple tick really suits you. For a second I was like, Tick, what? Hey Outernet, how are you? Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I decided to just put, because I realized not everybody made or was aware of the partner announcement, so I'm trying to put this up here. I'm putting this thing up on the top today to just hopefully that helps people know, like, oh, push is over. Yay! I should probably think about like next up, like front page. I don't know. Anyway, that's the next goal. For anybody who missed the partner announcement, there are some clips from Monday's streams. I announced it Monday morning during Art Gym and during the Shark Day Art Gym. And then we had a little party Monday afternoon. So thank you all for anyone who came to the party, or thank you just to anybody who helped lurk and support for the past couple of months. It's been a crazy time. Okay, I'm going to post this and then I'm going to scroll up and say hi to everybody. Then we'll get started. Feel free to get started though without me. You don't need to wait for the art gym. Feel free to study. If you don't know what the art gym is, just ask questions in chat. Somebody will be able to answer. Also in the Discord is where you can post them for ease of display. Although I am making a Blue Sky post as well. So if you prefer Blue Sky, you can always post in the comments on that post as well. Okay, got that post done. Alright, posting done. Thank you guys for your patience. Gonna repost it on Instagram. Because social media is an unnecessary, or is a necessary evil, unfortunately, I feel. Just have to be on them. Posting there. Alright, but yeah, how's everyone doing today? Thanks again for being here. I know I already said that, but I still mean it. Still mean it, chat. Hope everybody's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? I hope everyone's Wednesday's off to a good start. I stayed up a little too late in the studio working. I'm a little tired today. I had a rough night's sleep for some reason. I think it's just hot. It's just hot in my bedroom. I'm so ready. So ready for it to be cooler outside. One more month of summer. Well, like hot summer. And then it should start cooling down in September. But just gotta make it through, you know? Nothing else for it. Oh, I am gonna be sleeping in the mountains a couple of weekends in August. That'll be nice. I'll probably sleep really good. Alright, why isn't this working? I think my phone is dying, you guys. It's been having a really hard time with basically every function lately. wonder if it's just overloaded. Really don't want to pay for a new phone though. But yeah, if anyone's a really proficient drawer of vehicles, please feel free to speak up in chat. Give us your tips. If your tip is draw a perspective box, please teach me how to use the perspective tool in crit. Because it never works and I always have to freehand it. Okay. Okay. Got everything set up. Now we can say hi to everybody. Alrighty. Thank you for your patience, chat. It was either that or leave it on the starting student screen for an extra 5 minutes, which I know is everyone's favorite. Okay, let's see who we got. We got first up is Pyro. Welcome in, Pyro, and of course Amaze. Thank you both so much for being here. I appreciate your help, keeping me in line. Zenith, hello. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sleepy today, but I'm doing good. Neil, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Silvo, good to see you as well. Let's see. You're excited to do trucks. Zenith, are you a big truck person? I am not. Please give me some of your enthusiasm. Oh, thank you, BJ, for reminding me that the game voting thing is happening. So if anybody wants to vote on a game for me to play on stream, we are going to play a game sometime in August. Possibly twice, because I can play pretty much any Sunday now, because I'm not going to have a roommate in August. But if you want to vote on a game, you can click the channel points thing at the bottom. There's like there should be two little community challenge things that you can engage with. So, okay. One choice is Okami, and the other one is Book of Travels, most likely. It says Casey's choice, but in parentheses it says Book of Travels. I'm probably gonna pick that one. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the music. I'm not a pro. Not a pro, Pyro. Don't lie to the people like that. Okay. Oh, Catastrophe. Congrats on getting second. Lithium, thank you for the lurk. As always. Guys, I really do appreciate people who are still coming into lurk. I know a lot of times when people do pushes for partner, everything just kind of sort of trails off after that. But for people who are still coming in to support, it really does mean a lot. Still helps my career. Still helps me, you know, just move to the next phase of whatever this is. So I appreciate that. Hopefully the next phase is to get on the front page of Twitch, so I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I know. I've had a few people ask about what day Save the Vaquita Day is, and just to reiterate, we don't know yet. They're still making that decision, the various organizations that are working together to put the day on and present. So as soon as I have that info, I will pass it along to you guys, and that's when I'll be able to apply for partner, or not, so used to saying apply for partner, apply to the front page at that point. Let's see, Dracon, hello, and Dreamy, hello, by the way, if I didn't say hello before. Clem, good to see ya. Let's see, you're doing good? I'm doing alright, yeah, I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. I picked the topic. No. You're right, I did, but what I mean is, by you guys showing up, you're keeping me accountable to actually drawing this. Because once I'm done greeting everybody, I will be drawing this and hiccuping. I will be drawing this car, truck, whatever. And, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough time. So prepare yourselves, chat. You're just sitting down to work on a wedding invite so you can struggle together. Oh boy, yes, this is a good accountability session for sure. Whatever you guys are working on, need accountability for. That's pretty much what I feel like a lot of art streams are. Yeah, we do a lot of co-working here, so good luck to you as well. Thank you so much, John Kelly Draws. Hooray for the Vaquitas. Yeah, hopefully we can really help spread the word. And thank you to everybody who's like downloaded the Vaquita emotes and shared those and used them in their own Discords and Twitch pages and all that stuff. It just helps a lot. Yeah. This truck has a story. This truck, yeah, that definitely is a truck that has done some work, right? I don't want to look up Decotura. I'm afraid to. Oh, somebody started a prediction. Will Casey actually draw a truck? Is that the prediction? I wouldn't blame you. Oh yeah, no. I think I've seen this. No. Actually, you know, that wouldn't be that complex to draw. It's all the colorful details that would be a pain. Yeah, I'm not drawing this today. If I just drew the shape, like, it's just basically a modified semi. But, yeah, like, all the, like, decorative items on it. The kitschy world of Japan's trucks subculture. Ridiculous. This one is ridiculous. This is... I will look into that more later. I will look into more of that later. A draw me an animal jack-lantern saving me with a draw me an animal. Let's draw an animal. See how fast I got to that draw me an animal today? It's almost like I don't want to draw a truck. We're gonna do a draw me an animal really fast and then we'll get back to it, I promise. Christmas cat, hello, hello. Good to see you. Barjabant's pygmy? Is that the full name of the animal? Barjabant is just someone's name. That doesn't tell me anything. And pygmy is just something small. Barjabant's pygmy... I feel like you're missing half of the name. Barjabant's pygmy... I'll just pick a random animal, I guess. I don't know. No idea what that is. That's really funny. I'm sure that's the actual name. It's very funny how sometimes names are not helpful at all. I'm happy to provide the scientific name. No, that won't help either. That won't help either. The purple... Oh, thank you, Adenet. Thank you. It's not easy to read. Maybe a purple background for the text. Oh, true. This is... See, this whole thing that we talk about, guys, about graphic design and, you know... me making reasonable decisions about things like that. There. I guess purple would make more sense. Let's do a purple background for Twitch. Ah! Sorry, that was my computer. Why did it make that sound? Why is it so bright now? I have so many questions, you guys. Is that better? Is that any easier to read? It's cars. Well, trucks. Trucks are great. It's, yeah, let's draw truck. You seem more enthusiastic than I do. No, thank you, Annette. You're right, it was not easy to read. I'm just not naturally somebody who thinks about that stuff, and this is why graphic design is hard for me. It's like, I just don't... I'm so function over form that I just don't even think about those things at all. I'm very much a make-do person, and I think that extends to an unhealthy extent probably with my artwork. Let's see. Who else is in here? Entertainer, hello, hello. Sketchathon still in planning stages. Oh, wait. Oh. I thought you meant I had a sketchathon thing on the screen, too. I need to redo my overlay. I need, like, a messages board or something on the overlay so people know what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, jump in the deep end if you feel confident. I do not. Oh, sorry. Finishing my snack. Rest day. Nice. Enjoy your rest day. Jack-Lantern, thank you for the alert. I appreciate it. You're actually so stoked for trucks. Really? What are your tricks? You gesture the shape? See, that's how I do it. I'm all gesture. But people keep telling me it's easier if you work things into a perspective drawing. I'm just not a boxes person. There we go. Hey Mandelbrot, how's it going? When do you get to request front page? Yeah, I think you have to do it like a month ahead of time. I think is when you do that. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm behind in chat too. Oh, you're very kind, Pyro. You're very kind. I'm just trying to make sure I said hi to everybody. Dilophomasnoris. Your name gets me every time. Have you ever drawn Steve Buscemi's? I have not. I have to say that I've not. I don't think anyone would be mad about that, Deli. Let's see. Scientific name is helpful. Is it? No, that's okay. That's okay. You gave me the name. That's my one hint. It's all good. I'm just grumpy this morning. I'm sleepy. I didn't get enough sleep. It'll be fine. Miss Art Rules, hello. We're about to do a draw me an animal, and then here, I should probably switch back to this. We are going to draw trucks today, I promise. For anyone coming in, this is the theme for the day. I just got a draw me an animal redeem, but I'm trying to say hi to everybody in chat before I get started. Glenn Keane has a cartoon called Trash Truck, and I love Glenn Keane. I love Glenn Keane so much. He was my favorite animator when I was younger. Yeah, Glenn Keane, I think he retired from animation, but he's like quite a while ago. Does he still work? I thought he was just totally retired. Trucks on Whale and Dolphin Day? Well, we just did orcas and porpoises this month. There's so many whale days, Kudo. There's like 5 a year. Sometimes there's like multiple ones this month. So I knew I needed to do vehicles. I haven't done a vehicle probably in like months. So we're just overdue for a vehicle study here at the art gym. So I just picked a day. Dangerous Buttons, hello. It's good to see you. Met him, had a good talk. His wife was very drunk with you. No way! Dally, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh, what a dream to meet Glenn Keane. I'm kind of jealous. I had a book of his. He did this like kids book series that I had as a kid that I really liked. And it wasn't until I was older that I realized it was Glenn Keane. So like, hang on. This drawing, this style looks familiar. And I was like a big animation nerd at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Glenn Keane. What the heck? He did a kids book series? Anyway. You're friends with his nephew? You went to his nephew's wedding? Oh my gosh, Dally, what? Dally, what? Artsy Casey, welcome in. So you basically use channel points and it can be redeemed every half hour. It's a channel point redeem. Yeah, oh I think, never mind, Pyro already said it. Still trying to figure out if there's some Vikita themed stream you could do. There's not really a game about them and I can't find a Lego set. I wonder if you could like modify a porpoise Lego set. You know, and just like paint on little spots to like turn it into a Vikita. Do you know what I mean? He's making a film in France? No way. Blue Wolf, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. But the whole Keane conglomerate. Doesn't his daughter also work in the industry, or is she no longer in the industry? That's super cool, Dally. See, I feel like the animation world is so small and like so connected. I feel like I know so many people that know all these really awesome folks. Dally, have you ever been to Lightbox? Did I talk about this already? Treat yourself. Oh, thank you. I was already, but I'll do it again. Sorry, this is also my breakfast. I have cheese today. That's really funny. That's really funny. Son of Bill Kane. Yeah, exactly. The art runs in the family for sure. Yeah. Kudo. How's it going, Raga? Thanks for coming in. Howdy, partner. Oh, that's cute. And she was like, "Oh, you're in concept art and visual development. Wow, just like Claire, my daughter. Do you know Claire?" That's really funny. Everyone eat. Please have some noms and drink some water. Okay, everyone have a snack. Drink water. Pyro said so. Pyro's mom mode is engaged. You don't wanna disappoint mom mode, Pyro. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. Can I show you my other snack I have? I have crackers. I found some crackers. I thought I was totally out of crackers at my apartment, but I found some crackers to go with my cheese. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, we're gonna draw an animal now. It's time to draw an animal. Let's see. You went on a boat with some of the Canes. And oh no, you hate boats and water, so it was a terrible time, but they were very polite. Well, wait, why did you go on the boat? Oh no, Dally, I'm so sorry. That does sound like, if you don't like boats and water, that would be a bad time. There's no way that could be a good time. You should have Sandro make you a mom mode emote. That would be funny. They bullied you onto the, oh no, they politely bullied you onto the boat? Oh no, Dally. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay, alright, let's let's go ahead and draw the animal. Oh, I did that one already. Oh, I did that too. Treat myself. I did. Second. Okay, Tashtree got that. Draw an animal. I'm doing it. And I treated myself again. Okay, I did all the redeems. I'm so proud. Okay. Lady Elaine, hello. How are you? How are you? So good to have you. Welcome, welcome. So I'm about to play a quick game called Draw Me an Animal. It's where somebody in chat can use channel points to suggest an animal for me to draw. I have to use only what is given as the hint. So I can't have any other hints than that. Feel free to look this up if you want. It just says Barjabant's pygmy. It does not say what kind of pygmy anything. So like it could be a pygmy squirrel. It could be a pygmy porpoise. I don't think it's a porpoise or a dolphin. Might be a dolphin. There's a lot of pygmy cetaceans. It could be a bird. It could be a monkey. It could be... I have no idea. It could be literally anything. So feel free to look this up, and laugh at me as I get it totally wrong, most likely. Bargaband. Who is Bargaband? No idea who that is, and this just means a small version of something. So, like, I have no idea. Bargaband's pygmy. Could be a small bird. Usually, I guess bird, fish, or bug when I don't know. Should I do a tiny bird? I've done so many birds lately, and I've gotten them wrong. I don't know what to draw. I guess I'm just gonna draw like a tiny arboreal mammal. I feel like there's lots of those, and probably one of them is a pygmy of something. So I'm just gonna draw like a very generic looking arboreal mammal. I don't know. I have 5 minutes to draw. It's 9:35, so I have up to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna learn about it together. I don't know what this is. This is not an animal that exists, probably, but we're just gonna draw a tiny little arboreal animal. Arboreal means tree dwelling, by the way. For anyone who's not in the know, I guess. Okay. I don't know. This doesn't look like anything. It looks like I just drew a tree rat. There we go. Just a tiny little something. Maybe I'll put his ears lower. Oh my gosh, why is Krita not doing the thing where it switches? What the heck? Okay, there it is. Why didn't it work like 2 times in a row? Okay, there. Little tiny. Could be a weird monkey. Could be a little tree kangaroo. Could be a little tree anything else. So, I don't know. We give them a little bit longer hands because I feel like if you're gonna be in the tree, you have to be able to like grab stuff. So got paws that actually grasp things. Okay, there it is. I have no idea. I have no idea. We're gonna learn about it together, though. Like I said, feel free to look it up and laugh at me. Just don't put any hints in the chat. Otherwise, it kind of ruins the game. You knew what this animal was? What, Dolly? What? What? Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Maybe I've seen him before and just don't know. Let's see. Well, that's there you go. It's because you did a report on it once? My music is louder than me. Oh, whoops. It might have just been that song. Sorry. My songs are all at like different levels. I don't know how to get them equalized. You would guess the giant sloth hive? Well, we're about to find out who's right. It's probably you. No, don't feel bad. No, I don't want the science name. Don't feel bad. No. You chose chaos. That's part of the game. That's the fun of the game, is the me not knowing part. They were like, hello, please come on the groom's boat. We insist. And I was like, sure, why not? And then just, oh, so they didn't know you were afraid. I see. I was gonna say, if they knew you had a fear, hopefully they wouldn't have asked you to go on anyway. Oh, Dally, that's so funny. It's a miniature giant sloth, so an average sloth. Okay, let's look it up. I'm curious. I want to know what this is, and then we're gonna draw trucks. Or at least I'm gonna try to draw a truck. Okay, Bargabants. Pygmy. It does have a full name. It's a pygmy seahorse. That's really cute, though. At least that's what got completed. Bargabants pygmy seahorse. Is this the one you're looking at, or is this something else? It's not a giant sloth. The tail's actually kind of accurate. Well, I got the tail then. I got the tail. So it's a hippocampus. That would have given me a hint, actually. Hippocampus for sure, because hippocampus is, yeah, it's the name for the oceanic horse. Bargabanti. Yeah, it definitely did not. Well, it was it was one of my 3 categories. It was a fish, a bug, or a bird. Bargaband seahorse, or the pygmy seahorse, is a seahorse in this family found in the Indo-Pacific area. Pygmy seahorse is tiny, usually less than 2 centimeters. Oh my gosh. I can't even find it in this picture. Is it this? Is it this little thing? Oh my gosh, it's so little. It's so small. What the heck? Look at it! I would barely even recognize that if I was swimming around. There's no way. Did anyone collect Hot Wheels? My little brother did. Let's see. All seahorses are listed on Appendix 2 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna, effective as of May 2004, limiting and regulating their international trade. Good. Australian populations of pygmy seahorses are listed under the Wildlife Protection Act in Australia, so the export permits are now required. Good. Although they only grant approval management for cats. Okay, well, there's some animals that are already in captivity. I guess there's no help there, but I wish it would tell us how many there are. It doesn't really say how many there are, but maybe they're just really hard to track and they don't know. Well, it's a very cute little critter. Yeah, I definitely got it way wrong, though. I do... That is so cute. Look at his little face! Oh, stop. I don't have any money to give you. Look at his little face! Oh my gosh! You guys, he's so cute! Cute and stubby. It's a fish shaped like a horse, kinda. So cute! Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, if you guys want to see this particular picture, I'm gonna send it to you. It's a chibi seahorse, it is! And then here is the Wikipedia link, if anybody wants to read about it. Looks a little grumpy, maybe. He's pretty cute, though. He's pretty cute. Fun facts. They live between 60 and 40 meters deep. They grow to a maximum length of 2.4 centimeters, just under an inch. Literally, they're max size, guys. They're max size. Crazy. Unlike other seahorses, male pygmy seahorses use a pouch in their trunk, not their tail, to brood their young. Oh! So they hold their babies up here? What? The Barjaban's pygmy seahorse was discovered accidentally in 1969 on top of a coral that was being examined, and it was the first pygmy seahorse to be discovered. Very cool. So it's let's see. Barjaban's pygmy seahorse. Barjaban's pygmy seahorse. That's the name. I knew there was something missing. That's so cute, though. I really like it. I've never heard of it. I didn't even know pygmy seahorses were a thing, to be honest. I only really know about the leafy, like the bigger seahorses. Like, I really haven't actually looked that much into seahorses, now that I think of it. I've only really looked at, like, No, you're good. I've only looked into, like, what are they, like, leafy sea dragons? Like, sea dragons? Those are a type of seahorse, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the Tree of Life. Let's learn more. Hold on. I'm curious how closely connected they are. He's beautiful and I love him. Yes, he is beautiful. Let's see. Barjabants. Pygmy. Oh, it's not on here. Seahorse. Maybe I spelled Barjabant wrong. Pygmy seahorse. There we go. He is on here. It's just not under Barjabant. It's literally just Pygmy seahorse here, I guess. Oh, it's been sponsored! You guys, look, somebody sponsored this leaf. Sarah Laurie. Sarah Laurie loves the pygmy seahorse, the Hippocampus barjabanti. Look at this one. This one is Denise's pygmy seahorse. That one's cute too. Yeah, you can sponsor these. Did you guys know that? Oh, look, this one's sponsored too. These are all sponsored. Everyone loves pygmy seahorses, apparently. Nina Dragulev Silva has sponsored this one. Well, if you guys ever find your favorite animal in here and you want to support OneZoom and help them pay for the hosting on this, for the updates and edits and all that stuff, you can always sponsor a leaf in your name or in someone else's name. But let's look up sea dragons. They're your favorite seahorse? The sea dragons? Yeah, sea dragons are so cool. Leafy sea dragon. Let's see how close it is to the pygmy seahorse. Ready? Zoom! Actually, pretty far. Pretty far. Pretty far. Way over here, leafy sea dragons. Ruby sea dragons, weedy sea dragons. Sea dragons are very, very cool. Ooh, a spiny sea dragon. A pipe horse. I shall. Thank you. Start rules. You love sea dragons and lionfish? Lionfish are pretty cool too. Pipefish are strange. They are a type of like seahorse, but I always forget that they are a thing. Pipefish, pipe horse. Here's a pipefish right here. Or like part of it. I don't know why the whole picture is not showing. You've probably seen them before and you just didn't realize, but these are actually related to seahorses. Anyway, if you've ever wanted to learn more about how animals are connected to each other, I found out about this one zoom tree of life thing from Paleontologizing's channel, and I have been obsessed ever since. So when you click it, or when you come here, like this is the whole tree of life, and it looks really small, right? But zooming into each of these different groups is going to lead you to every extant or living animal. So I'm going to link that too, so if anybody wants to play on that. It's a good time. It'll show you like genetically how closely related things are, which I think is pretty fun. But anyway, thank you for that. That was a really fun one. I did not know about pygmy seahorses, so thank you, Jack Lantern, for educating me. I got this 100% wrong. Like, couldn't have been further. But I also had never, I don't know who Bargigant is, or whatever his name. Bargibant. Bargibant is his name. That's why. They couldn't find it because I spelled it wrong. Okay, let's draw trucks. I almost said something else. Let's draw trucks now. That calls for a snack. Music is loud. Weird. Let me turn it down a little more. It might just be that one track too, but I'll turn it down a little bit more, guys. Sorry that the music keeps being loud randomly. I don't really know how to fix that. It's like this one feels like you can't even hear it now. Pipefish are seahorses that hate curves, yes. Like, can you guys even hear this song? Let me know. I can turn it back up a little, but I don't really know how to fix it. Been drawing trucks this whole time. Your biggest tip is don't be precious, don't be perfect. Just try and get the shapes. Music volume is good. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, if anybody sees Zix in the chat, let me know. Okay. Teresa, thank you. I'm glad the music seems okay. I think I underestimated how complex the vehicle is. That's why I started with a simple truck. Because I know that I feel like they're always more complex than I think they're going to be because they look really simple. It's a lot of boxes. So there's a couple of approaches when you're drawing trucks. I tend to be more gestural, like what Dahlia is saying. Usually when I do anything, I'm pretty gestural. But a lot of people really swear by drawing in perspective. And I am not the best at drawing perspective. So I want to preface this whole thing I'm about to say by saying I'm not a pro. Okay? I don't necessarily know how to do a correct perspective drawing. But typically it's going to be roughly something like this. So you're going to basically draw a box. So like if I were going to draw this truck, if I were going to draw, guys, apparently while looking at this rusty truck has turned me into a hick. No offense to Hicks. But this one's actually tricky because it's in 3-point perspective. It's not in 2-point perspective. So this part would be a 2-point perspective. Well, it's still 3-point perspective actually. So this is kind of a tricky angle. So basically 3-point perspective is when you have something like a situation like this, right? And so some people, when they do stuff like this, they're gonna try and find the lines that you see, or like find the box angles that you see, and sort of like draw the box that it's sitting in first, like if you were to imagine a box around this truck, and then kind of line up everything inside of that, right? Like this is a terrible 3-point perspective box. If you want to do a real 3-point perspective, you basically need to do like your perspective lines, like you have your points. You guys have probably seen this before, so I'm not like going into hyper detail on it. But obviously it's terrible because I didn't draw them in perspective at all. But yeah, that's this like 2-point and then 3-point is going to help you figure out like the bottom of the box. Actually, this might just be 2-point perspective actually. I don't know. It's kind of a foreshortened picture too. So like the person taking the photo is really close to that corner, and it sort of puts it in a little bit of a warped view. But either way, so 3-point perspective is like when you have. I'm explaining this terribly. We should just do a perspective day, talk about all this stuff. But basically, a 3-point perspective, you've got like 3 points where the lines are going to converge, right? So the classic example of a 3-point perspective is this box, right? You guys have seen this before, right? You know what I'm talking about? I don't need to explain this, probably. It's that boring thing that your art teacher made you do in high school. That's what it is. But anyway, I don't want to do that. I have no joy in drawing that way. Some people love drawing in grids. I am more gestural. I've always enjoyed just like exploring shapes. But I think there are some benefits to learning to draw in perspective. I'm just not prepared to do that on stream today, so I'm not going to be drawing that way today. If anybody else would like to to draw that way, though, by all means, feel free. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. Whatever helps you get there. Let's see. You're not even really a car person, but they're fun to draw. Really? You like drawing cars, too? What are your tips on drawing cars? No H Sarah, by the way, is an incredible artist that you guys should all be following, if you aren't already. There's something so edgy and mysterious about the Wikipedia definition of a subjunctive verb. Wait, what? Various states of unreality is quite a phrase. You only use grids if something is really complex, like a really specific angle, if you're trying to concept a building design on the fly. Oh, I see, I see. Just referencing perspective is more fun and effective enough. 80% of the time you already know the perspective. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too, I think. Like, I definitely did a lot of like perspective drawing in high school, but I didn't really take classes in college that required me to draw in perspective like that. I don't really find a lot of joy in it, so I just, you know, I just haven't done it much. You don't really have tips per se, you just draw some really quick boxes as guidelines and then draw the rest of the car within around the boxes. Yeah, that's kind of what I do, I guess. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time drawing cars, so I don't know if I have a method. But I figured, just like with an animal, I wanted to get pictures of this same vehicle from different angles so that I could actually understand what I'm drawing, because for me, not spending enough time around cars or like looking at cars all the time, like, I don't know. I know some people get really into cars. That just like, Pyro, you're bullying me, stop. Maze already bullies me enough. Oh no, you're good, Lady Lane, you're good. I had to draw me an animal to draw. And then I had some cheese to eat, and then I had to greet chat. Listen. Alright, look, I'm drawing, see? Drawing a car. Thank you for the accountability. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I don't know. I just don't love drawing cars. That's all. Drawing an animal takes 5 minutes. Nuh-uh. The drawing takes 5 minutes. The looking up and nerding out about the animal takes at least 5 to 10 more minutes. That's facts. That's facts. This is gonna be a pain. I can't draw. Listen. Breezy, you and me both. This is a big motto to remember today for a lot of us. I don't do a lot of mechanical drawing. If anybody, what's going on? If anybody does struggle and want to share their struggle today, we do have an art gym section of the Discord. Or if you're really proficient, and you want to share that and share some tips. I know I would be interested. I'm sure others would. Does somebody do something on my Ko-fi? Who's doing stuff? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Kepper. That was really kind. Thank you for that support. And I appreciate you. That's helping me cover the cost of recent purchases for hopefully starting up stuff here at my shop. I'm hoping to do vinyl stickers here, postcards, like other, like maybe some stationery, we'll see. But thank you so much. That was really kind. And don't forget, guys, you can download the Vaquita emotes for free over on Ko-fi, too. You don't have to donate to get those. If you want some free Vaquita emotes to help spread the word about the Vaquita, that was the whole reason I was pushing for partner. So, the TwitchCon Vacation Fund. Oh boy, I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. I feel so weird. I feel so weird asking people to support me just like having a good time. How's the partner push going? So it's done. Yeah, partner achieved. Yeah, it's that purple check. I think, is it in chat? I can't remember if I turned it on for my own chat or not. That's what it means. Yeah, I got it on Monday, actually. And I announced it on stream. It's actually, let's see. I need to probably find a better way to do this. Oh, thank you, Booksnail. No, thank you all, seriously, for helping me hit partner. That's extremely generous of all of you to like lurk and spread the word, and everybody's just been so unfathomably supportive. There is like a clip somewhere. I forget how to get to the clips. Oh, here it is. If you want to watch the part of the stream on Monday where I revealed it to chat, here is that. But there are some other oh, it's not in my own chat. How do I change that in my own chat? I don't know. I feel like having a check mark in my own chat feels a little redundant, don't you? Don't you think? I don't even know how to change it here, to be honest. I want to do so many things. Oh, here we go. Twitch is a mystery and will forever be a mystery. I feel like maybe I'll have the chat identity badge or whatever for like a month. Then okay, it's not letting me. It's not letting me change my chat identity, guys. It's like locking me out of it for some reason. I think I did it. Did I do it? Chat. Did it work? Okay, there we go. Anyway, back to the car. You can't have more than 3 badges, so you'll need to set up. Yeah, what is the red one for? Broadcast. Do I have to have that one? I don't know. I'll worry about it later. There's too many buttons to push on Twitch. I get confused. Turns out it's a transparent check mark on a purple background. Oh, really? There it is. Let's see. Hold on. We had a comment here I wanted to read. Your high school art teacher was super overly critical of male students and intentionally gave worse tips and less help to them. Oh, I'm sorry. Which made me drop out of the class. I'm so sorry. That's not kind. I wonder why people are so strange. So it was like a bunch of people this happened to, not just you. I'm not here to draw? I guess so. Thanks, Rocco. I think there are some other mods that might disagree with you. Yeah, please do, Dally. Let's see. Let's see. It's a black check surrounded by purple. Wait, really? Huh. Interesting. On my black background, it's still white. That's interesting. Huh. Well, everything's a mystery. Okay. Let's see. The appears at the random assembly. Okay. All right, we're drawing the boxes. We're drawing the sections. I just like to approach when I do any kind of a vehicle, which I'm not speaking with any kind of authority here because I draw vehicles like twice a year. So please take that with a grain of salt today, folks. I am a complete and total noob at this. I just don't get excited about drawing vehicles, and I need to figure out a way to feel excited. So typically, I approach everything the same way. I essentially just like break things into shapes, like big shapes first, try not to get into your details too fast. And what I do once I have my basic structure is I tend to go back in and just do painty strokes and just kind of mess it up. So I don't tend to be very line heavy. I just have more fun that way, just in general, not being super line heavy. But not everybody's like that. Some people really enjoy drawing structures. And I think that's like people who are more structural in their drawing tend to, I think, enjoy architecture and vehicles more. I could be totally off base with that too. I also don't want to make that sound like, oh, you can only be interested in this if you draw a certain way, because that's also not true. I think it's a trainable thing, just like anything. I think I can train myself to enjoy this. I just have to figure out what it is that makes it interesting. And I haven't found that yet. I do think like I tend to be more attracted to like more organic shapes. So like when I find really small cars or like really bubbly looking vehicles that almost look like a cartoon drawing, I tend to enjoy those more. Just because they look so charismatic already. but you know, that's not a truck. So I gotta figure out a way to make this interesting to me as well. So that's what the art gym is for, though. It's for me to encourage me and anyone else out there to stop avoiding what is hard and just go for it and be willing to embrace the bad drawing. Just embrace the crappy drawing stage. It's okay. It's okay, guys. We have to work through it. It'll be fine. I'm mostly telling this to myself right now. But notice I did not particularly... I didn't advertise this stream very much because I'm like, ooh, the fewer number of people who see me struggling here, the better my brain will feel about it. Used to have a history teacher in high school who was mean to you for no reason. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that so many of you have had this interaction. Didn't do anything about it until a classmate vouched for you. That's so sad. I hate that. But there's no excuse for that. I went to these sketches thinking about going crazy with them. Completely wiped out energy-wise. It happens. You know, something you can do too, if you're just not familiar with these shapes at all of this vehicle, is you can also just like... there's no shame in doing a little bit of tracing, just don't use your tracing as your base for your actual drawing. But as far as like getting the muscle memory down of like where shapes are in relationship to each other, like finding the boxes on here, like actually drawing the box on the image, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, see how I'm like finding the box of the cab here? Do what you need to do to understand what you're drawing, to understand the form of what you're drawing. And then once you kind of have that muscle memory down, then go and try and make a drawing. That's also a fine method, in my opinion. Again, as long as you don't use the tracing as your final drawing, because ultimately you're not going to learn anything if all you ever do is trace. But it can be a good starting point. It can be a good place to learn initially, to just feel comfortable with even making the marks, right? So, something to keep in mind. You're a mod that doesn't draw either, but I still gotta poke the fact that she's only trying to use... Listen, there's like a trope, I think, as you get involved in like art streams. I've noticed this, like it's not just me. A lot of art streams turn into yapping streams. Just like how it goes. Because you end up talking shop, and I think it's kind of what we were talking about yesterday. Hold on, I need to hydrate. Excuse me, I just breathed in the water. I think it's because artists were so isolated all the time. We talked about this yesterday, how it's just nice to feel like you're sharing a virtual studio space with somebody. Like, I love being able to turn on the stream and like hang out with you guys and talk shop. It's like a big part of the stream for me. And I think it's part of what most art streams turn into, because art is such an it's a hermiting sort of endeavor, right? Like you kind of become a hermit if you're an artist just by virtue of necessity, because you have to sit down, you know, butt in share time, right? And do the work, and that requires isolation. And so I think part of why so many art streams turn into like chatting streams is just because we're all excited to like have someone that understands what we're doing and like wants to talk about it and like wants to share information and swap, you know, swap stories and swap techniques and stuff with other artists. It's just really nice. For me, that's one of the really big appeals to streaming art on Twitch, and that's one of the things I always tell my friends who are artists who I'm like trying to get to stream on Twitch. Like, it's just nice to not be by yourself all the time and to like feel like you're working together alongside other people. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Not everybody's like that. There's definitely some art streams that don't even use a mic, and that's totally fine too, and just like draw and don't pay attention to chat. Like, everyone's got a different approach, but it's nice to have the option to like take a break, talk shop for a little bit, and you know, just figure stuff out with other people and get input as you're working. You know, you really miss out on that when you're working by yourself from home all the time. So it's just really nice. So thank you guys for being here. We also are about to have an ad in like 20 seconds. So I'm gonna catch up on chat and then we're gonna stretch. It wiped you out, Dracon, I'm sorry. Yeah, do a card tutorial. You're not I'm not structural either. You love describing 3D forms. It's so fun because of that too. But good, I don't have that, yeah. Small squishy cartoon cars. Yeah, like I like a little Mini Cooper or like a little bug. They're just really fun. They're just really fun shapes. Like, hey, what if I slap some stuff together and pretend it's a drug? Hey, it worked. That's good. I mod for 2 artists and max out at stick elephants. Wait, what? What does that mean? Oh, it's stick elephants. I see what you're saying. I don't know why I read that as stick elephants. And of course, yeah, mods have to bully the streamer. That's like the job. I get it. I'm behind. Have I seen the newest PS trucks? Yes, we have a bunch of them in my area, and they've been very funny to watch drive around. They look so silly. They look like a Jetsons cartoon car, but I actually kind of love them. Oh, thank you for that follow. We're about to be in ads. I think they're gonna sneak up on me. Rios, thank you so much for the follow. If anybody wants to support the stream during the ads, just let them play. Keep drawing if you want to. I'm not gonna draw during the ads, just so nobody misses anything. I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna hydrate, and then we're gonna be back in about 130 seconds. So this is just your friendly once an hour reminder to sit up straight, to stretch, to rotate your wrists, do some self-care for about 3 minutes, and then we'll be back after these messages. Let's see. There are tons of cars with smooth organic. There are, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, animation lenses do help, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'm curious how a stick elephant would look. So everybody, if you can hear the sound of my voice, I'm gonna try and scroll through chat as I stretch, but yeah, just arch your back. We're gonna unshrimp. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, just unshrimp. You're gonna take your hunched posture, then overcorrect like this to like a C or a J shape, and then hold that pose. Push your shoulder blades together and hold for about 20 seconds or so. Lauart, thank you for coming on the raid. We are stretching right now. We're taking a stretch break. We're drawing. I'm struggling with cars, mostly trucks. But after the ads, I'd love to show everybody what your work looked like today. So please feel free to drop a link if you can hear me. If not, we'll see you right after these ads. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna hold for like 20 to 45 seconds. Oh, that's awesome, Dali. I'd love to hear more about that. That's awesome. You work from home and have been able to find real friends where you live. So streaming is your main yeah, exactly, Sarah, yeah. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry. I should stop responding to chat while we're in ads. It's a bad habit. I'm just always afraid I'm missing something. But welcome in, raiders. I'm so sorry. Let's see. We're just stretching. Thank you, Pyro, for filling them in. There we go. I'm gonna pause on responding to chat so I don't make anyone feel left out. I'll catch up on everything here in a sec. But yeah, just arch your back, push your shoulder blades. Most of you probably already did that. So once you've unshrimped, you basically just like gone from this to an overcorrection, and then you relax and it kind of straightens you up a little bit. Do some shoulder rolls. I try to do the back posture stretch like anytime I notice I'm hunching, basically. Just a really good habit to get into. I'm trying to fix my posture problems. You can also do these tendon stretches. So stretch out those hand and wrist muscles. Take your hand, point your fingers at the floor, and then pull your fingers and thumb gently toward your body with your arms stretched out. If this is too awkward, you can do a prayer pose as well. But this is supposed to be a really, really good tendon, hand, wrist stretch. So there we go. I think we got like 20 seconds left. So that should get us out of ads. Lau, I don't know if you can hear me yet, but Twitch knows I'm doing a car stream. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Oh, you can. Okay, it says we're still in ads. I'm sorry. But thank you so much for the raid. I'm so sorry there were ads playing. But you feel free to drop a link to your art. I'd love to see it. Would love to show off anything that that you want to share. Oh, you have a cheese by your name. I didn't even see that. Well, thank you. Oh, you did it during yoga? Oh, I love that, Dali. Yeah, prayer pose. And then you put it towards your belly. It's supposed to be a good one. Okay, so yeah, you guys go follow Lauart. Very, very fantastic artist that we've become acquainted with recently here on Twitch. I would love to share anything that you want as long as it's work safe. Happy to show it on stream. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Casey. We are working on doing studies today. We do this thing called the Art Gym Monday through Wednesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And basically we just do studies and try to get better. It's kind of a group accountability session. I am struggling, but that's okay. We're all here for the same thing, and that's to get the bad drawings out. So if you want to practice with us, feel free. Maybe you're really competent with cars, unlike myself, and you want to, and you want to just do some warm-up sketches. That'd be cool too. But also feel free to just hang out and provide accountability to everybody else here in chat. But yeah, whenever you're ready, I'd love to see anything that you want to share. While I'm waiting, I'll just do a quick show and tell. Here's some of my work. I'm mostly a digital illustrator. I largely focus on like creatures, animals. Oops, I also don't know how to use this apparently. Can you guys even see that? Hold on. All my things are messed up. There we go. So this is the kind of work that I do. I'm trying to expand my repertoire a bit. It's a little boxed in. I feel personally there's a lot of weaknesses in my portfolio that I want to address, and the art gym is kind of my attempt to address some of those weaknesses by forcing myself to do studies, to draw things that are outside of my normal comfort zone, because most of the time I'm doing like animals, nature. I very rarely sit down and draw people, for example, or objects, so it's just one of those things I need to work on and study more and learn more about. So yeah, if you want to join in with me, that's what we're up to today. So this is just like a quick little overview of some of my work. I also do a bunch of stickers and stuff. You can see my socials here if you need them. Any artist will tell you following us on social media is just one of the nicest things you could do, really. So if anybody wants to support that way, there's my socials. I'm mostly on those 3, but there are more in the links. And then there's my Discord. Let's see. Art talk on Twitch is really fun. Yeah, I agree. But Sarah says I work from home and haven't been able to find any real friends where you live. So no, yeah. Streaming can be a really good form of social contact, I think, for artists. Concept art for all will continue on. That's awesome. Unrelated question for Casey. What is my favorite animal call? There's some really good bird calls. So there's an I think it's is it the Australian bustard? It might be the Australian, I forget if that's the name of the animal, but it has this extremely deep, throaty dinosaur sounding call that I think is extremely cool. You want a car renaissance where cars look more fun and interesting, but still humble and affordable. Yes, let's do that. I agree. You saw a Tesla truck in person for the first time last month. Wow. We've been seeing them all over Colorado for like the last year or so. It's weird. It's a weird shape. Yeah. I have a friend that has a Kia. Yeah. I want everything to be more fun. Yeah, right? Seriously. I'm trying to get that. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I see a link from you. Yeah, put your stick elephant online. I want to see a stick elephant. Show your stick elephant, please. Let's see. Links. There it is. I see the art fight link. Art fight. I still need to catch up on art fight. You guys, here is Lau's work. First of all, you can just tell from this card that Lau art is incredible. It's very obvious. Here are the characters. I think we looked at some of these last time, but like, holy cow. But like, what? Look how good this is, guys. Great character design, great paintings, great handling of light. I mean, you're doing some fantastic stuff here. I know we gave you a shout out already, but now that we're showing your work on stream, I want to make sure that we give you another one so that people know who to follow. So if you guys aren't following Lau, is Lau, is that the right way to say it, or should I say Lauer? I'm sorry. Sometimes I shorten things on Twitch and I don't ask permission, and I apologize. But follow Lauer art. Really, really pretty artwork. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch a stream sometime soon. It's been so busy with the partner push. I haven't really had much time to like watch many streams over the last month, but I'm trying. Squinkus, thank you so much for following. If you like this art that you're seeing, though, this is actually Lauer Art's drawings. So make sure you follow Lau too. If this is why you're following. If you're just following because I bumble on Twitch, then I guess I don't know what to say. But like, look at all this stuff. It's so good. And you have such a breadth of style too. Like you have this very like comic style, chibi style, painterly, like almost Magic the Gathering type style. Like you're very eclectic. Like your style, your range is really broad, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I think you do great stuff. So thank you so much for sharing. And I'm looking forward to seeing more. Thanks for bringing your stream over here. And now for me, struggling with trucks. And now that we've looked at some really, really beautiful art, let me struggle with trucks for a bit. Lau's fine. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I try really hard not to be just horrifically offensive. So keep seeing them around. Yeah, sorry about those ads, guys. Okay. I think I caught up in chat. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed anybody coming in, I'm so sorry. But thank you for being here. Yeah, those are cool, right? Crazy? Okay, I think I'm at the bottom of chat again. Cool. Oh, that was painful? Yeah, the cars are painful. Trucks are painful. I'm not glad I'm not the only one who struggles, but it does make me feel a little bit better about my struggle. That, what is it? Misery loves company. It's just like, there's just a little bit of comfort in knowing you're not alone, you know? Oh, thank you, Lau. You're very sweet. You're very sweet. I need to get back. We all have stuff we gotta work on, and there's always more to learn about art, and that's the exciting part, right? That's the part that, I don't know, but we've talked about this before. It's been a little bit, but I feel like that was one of the biggest learning curves I had to overcome in the early stages of my art career. And even now, I mean, I still struggle with it sometimes, but it's just this whole idea of like, there's always more to learn, and that needs to excite you instead of defeat you. I hope that does that make sense? I think it'll make sense to most of the artists in chat. But like, there is definitely a phase of art, or at least I think that most artists go through, but I certainly went through, where it's just the amount of things you don't know and the skill gap that you see in your own work feels so defeating. And I think it's really common for early artists, and I think that's part of why a lot of people stop drawing, is because we just feel like, oh, I'm never gonna get there, you know, like I'm never gonna catch up to everybody else. And it can be defeating. It becomes like a weight on your shoulders, and you just kind of drag it around with you everywhere. And it makes it to where it like saps the fun out of art making and about learning. And I think the switch point for me was actually right after I came out to Colorado. I decided I needed to like intentionally change this mental perspective that I had on my skill gap. And I needed to switch it from being like a weight, an oppressive weight over me, to turning it into like a fire underneath, you know, to be like excited about learning, like, oh man, I can't wait until I can draw a truck, or like, I can't wait until I know how to draw architecture, or I can't wait until I learn how to handle that painting technique, you know, like it's the same acknowledgement, like both perspectives are acknowledging a skill gap, but one is infinitely more helpful. The former is definitely it'll in the long term it'll basically slow down your development, I think, if you take it too much to heart. For you, the pain was a motivator, and that's good. So it depends on the person, but I don't know, I think if you're a really competitive person, I can see how maybe that never turns into some negative self-talk, but I just know too many artists who, yeah, the pain was a motivator at first, and then it became this like very negative cycle. I have some friends who I'm pretty sure are never gonna snap out of it at this point. It's just like a way that they function, and it makes me feel sort of bad. Like I don't, and maybe I'm misinterpreting. That's always possible, but it just, if you internalize that as like self-worth, I guess that's when I think it's bad. And I think that's what I was starting to do, was like, oh, my skill gap is so negative, or is like so big, and I was taking that as to be such like a negative reflection of myself. I think if you can use the skill gap as like a competitive motivator, I think that's probably really healthy. It worked out in the end, even if it wasn't the healthiest mental state, but definitely not recommending it as like the way you should feel. Yeah, I think I'm glad it worked out for you. I do think there's some artists who are able to like just get really fired up by being competitive and like being like, I'm gonna get better because this is crap, you know, and like self-punishing. But it didn't work out well for me. And I think it doesn't work out well for a lot of people. And I was definitely like, it was putting me in a place of just like paralysis, where I just felt so far behind and so worthless, and like I shouldn't even try because I was so bad in my own eyes. You know what I mean? I don't know if that resonates with anybody, and hopefully there's nobody else out there feeling that way. But if you do find yourself feeling that way, just know there's better ways to motivate yourself. You don't have to motivate yourself that way. So yeah, you just never considered giving up, because I knew that art was the only thing I wanted to do, even though I felt terrible about myself and my art. Oh, that's such a, yeah, that's a tough place to be. But I guess if it lights a fire under you, or at least puts your back up against a wall and gets you to move forward, I guess I'm glad it worked out. But I hope that's not still how you feel. Yeah. For me, I have found that I have grown a whole lot more and I have felt freer to experiment since letting go of the idea that my quality of my art was a reflection of like my worth as an artist or person. And I think that for me was the big thing that got tangled up there, was like, because, you know, I went to school to be a teacher. I didn't go to school to be an artist. I didn't go to art school. So I felt like I fell behind pretty fast with all my peers who went into the art fields. And then I just basically didn't draw for 5 years while I was teaching because I didn't have time or energy. Like, the thing they don't tell you about teaching is that it's a lifestyle, not a career, and you don't have energy after that. And it was very to like come out of that, to leave teaching, to like move to a new state and try to just like make art my career was extremely overwhelming. And I was just like constantly confronting, I think, my skill gap and like just feeling like I was wasting my time and wasting my efforts. And I was hearing that from people too. Like, it wasn't just internal, it was also like family, well-meaning family and friends, but like, you know, just like, is this really what you want to be doing? Like, doesn't this seem kind of foolish? And you know, like, it was but it at some point you start to internalize those things, and at least I did. Maybe other people are built different and stronger than me, but I certainly was paralyzed by all of it quite often early in my like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be an artist kind of phase, you know. I don't know. So for me, it was really helpful to intentionally flip that mentality, to be like, I'm not gonna self-motivate by dragging myself through the mud anymore, because that's how I did it for a very long time. I basically was like, oh, you're terrible, this is awful, like, you need to be better, you gotta be better, like, you're just like, but using really harsh language all the time with myself. And at some point that just became like, it wasn't effective. And I could see that it was not helping me. It was not helping my self-talk, because I noticed my self-talk was getting really bad and negative, and it was already not great. But definitely did not help my artistic endeavors, because all it really did was made me so nervous to like try anything new, because I already felt like I was so bad at it. Like, I was afraid to do this right here. I was afraid to confront the bad drawings. So I don't know, maybe I'm just talking too long about this. Maybe you all kind of know what I mean and I should just move on. But I don't know. I want to encourage anybody who may be in that place that I was, who's maybe trying to motivate themselves with negative self-talk. And just know, for a lot of people, that does not end well, and it will actually end up stifling you, and you'll regret the time wasted treating yourself that way down the road. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So it was just your own internal thoughts you had to deal with. Yeah. I burnt myself out with the same thought process, so I can definitely relate. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. Yeah. Working on not doing that stuff to myself, because I pretty much realized that it wasn't going to help you. Exactly, Dracon, and you came to that realization much sooner than I did. I definitely came from a mentality of like, and some of it may have been like the sports mentality too. Like, I was kind of, I wasn't like a huge athlete, but I did play a lot of like competitive sports and stuff. And I think there is like a certain level of like self-punishing, and you see it glorified a lot in media. Like, you know, Rocky, for example, is like famous for the scene of just like the training montage and like the applying that idea of pushing through the pain to like every aspect of your life, right? And it can help. It can kind of, to a degree that's useful, but if you take it to the extreme and you don't stop to consider what you're actually training your mind to do, like how you're training yourself to think about yourself, it can be really long-term detrimental. Listening to the brain goblins isn't a good idea. Yeah, it's just, you just have to watch your self-talk. I would say, like, if you're able to push yourself with negative self-talk, I guess, in a way that's not creating you to have a bad self-image, then I would say maybe you found a way to make it work for you that's healthy. But I don't know. I think long-term health is just as important as improving your art, probably more so. And I think, I don't know, I just think it took me a long time to learn that lesson, and I'm just sharing that because maybe there's nobody who needs to hear that, but maybe there is somebody who needs to hear that and needs to analyze their self-talk and see if maybe there's a change that could be made. All I know for me is when I flipped the switch in my brain of like, instead of feeling weighted down and frustrated and angry and self-punishing all the time about my skill gap and turning it into an excitement to learn more, and I'm still working on this, but like turning it into that has made a huge difference for me. And a lot of that has been like the art gym, like forcing myself to struggle on stream is like really hard, and I don't like doing it. But it's kind of just like embracing the bad drawing stage of skill building and just being okay with that, I think, is like a big step. At least for some artists, maybe not every artist, but It's so much better to be positive and think about how to improve in a positive light, yes, because then you'll be encouraged to do more and you'll feel more confident. And the way that you feel about yourself impacts not just your art, it impacts literally every part of your life, your relationships, your friendships, your family. Like, it's just, I have found that it has made a big difference to not think that way. You're working on your negative self-talk. It's hard. It's hard when you have a lifelong habit of doing it. I remember distinctly, like around middle school, developing a really bad habit of negative self-talk, and it was really hard to break out of. It wasn't until I think the end of high school that I realized, oh shoot, like maybe telling myself that I'm awful and deserve nothing isn't the best. That seems like a really obvious conclusion. That seems like an obvious place to be, but like at the time, all of my influences were like sports people and like media that was very much glorifying this type of self-punishing as like somehow admirable. And I had just internalized that really, really intensely, I think. But it's taken a long time to unlearn that habit of just like defaulting to saying something negative about myself. You know? If nothing else, just try to keep in mind that Jake the dog said... Wait, what did Jake the dog say? I'm sorry, I never saw Adventure Time. I think I'm really working... Yeah. Let's see. Reminded me that if anyone else posted what I drew, I would be so kind to them. That's really important. Yes, if you wouldn't say it to someone else, you shouldn't say it to yourself. Amaze, I'm not saying you shouldn't tell yourself you need to get better. If that's what you're hearing, then I've misspoken, because that's not at all what I'm saying. I hope nobody has heard me say that I'm not saying you don't need to get better. What I am saying is there's two ways to motivate yourself to get better, at least as far as art that I've seen. There's the negative self-talk and self-punishing path, which I have almost always seen lead to a complete combustion of somebody's life. Or there is the excitement and joy to learn more path. And it's a choice. It's a choice everybody makes. But I'm not saying nobody should tell them. I don't think anyone should tell yourself you don't need to get better. That's not what I'm trying to communicate at all. And maybe you weren't trying to say that I was saying that, but I just want to be really clear. I think that art, the whole point of art, the whole journey of art is constant self-improvement. But it's about your mentality and how you get there. Because I have personally found very often that the more negative one is going to actually hamper your progress, at least in the people that I've observed it in. So when you guys say self-talk, you mean you're literally talking in full sentences to yourself in your brain? No, that's not necessarily what I mean. Maybe some people mean that. Yeah. Self-talk is like, for me, I think self-talk is just the way you think about yourself and the way that you... Let me process this one while I'm coloring. I think it's like, for me, when I'm saying self-talk, like, so for example, when I would be drawing something in high school or middle school or something, and I didn't like the way that it was going. In my head, it would just be like this repeat feeling, maybe not even like speaking in sentences. I don't even know, like what is thought, right? I'm not going to go into that whole psychoanalysis because I'm not a psychologist, but like the immediate impression from myself was you're terrible, you're no good, like this is awful, you need to be better. It was just like basically taking a bat and mentally beating myself for making a bad drawing. Yeah. But sometimes it does come out too, because like I would make a mistake or like do a drawing and be like, oh, you're so stupid, or oh, I'm so bad. Like I think that it can be verbal self-talk too, like it can come out of you. So I think that's a good indicator of what direction your self-talk is going in, is like how much grace you give yourself when you mess up. But yeah, I don't know if that's like always a good indicator either. It's inevitable to some extent. Sure. But keeping it in... Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not saying you should just say, oh, everything I've done is great. I think those are two extremes. Like, the opposite of negative self-talk is not giving yourself a big ego either. It's not... the two options are not, you did terrible or you did great. If that's how you're thinking about it, you're too black and white about it, in my opinion. Like, those aren't the two options. The options are more broad than that. There is also a third option of like I'm getting better, or like I can't wait till I can draw this better. It's just that slight shift of language, right? From I'm terrible to I can't wait till I can make this a little bit better. Like, I'm excited to learn how to draw this more proficiently. That's the switch I'm talking about. It's a different option than just the black and white of I'm great or I'm terrible, because those are not, neither one of those are very helpful in my opinion. The I'm great side of that is just, that's also self-defeating. But no, I hope nobody's hearing me say, you shouldn't be bad, you shouldn't be mean to yourself, you should only be nice to yourself. Like, obviously the growth is a thing, but there's just there's ways to approach growth that I think personally are more helpful, and that you see more, at least in myself, I have seen more growth in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot I can improve on. Let's find out what it is. Or here's what I have improved on. Here's what still needs work. Exactly. And it sounds silly, but it does make a difference. Like, again, it's that difference of like switching from just beating yourself up constantly to getting excited. I like to describe it as taking the weight over you and turning it into a fire under you, like a motivator, but like an excited, like I'm burning with passion to do this, rather than a ugh, I'm awful, I need to be better. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. It's acknowledging your faults without beating yourself up for them. I was also surrounded by a bunch of super arrogant artists in college. That's a really common thing, yeah. Who thought they were amazing, but who didn't improve at all in 4 years. Exactly. So the opposite is just as damaging. And I do feel like there's, I feel like there's two kinds of artists, at least that I've met. It's like, I feel like there's like the artist that has imposter syndrome that just feels like they're never going to be good enough. And then there's the artist that thinks they know everything. And then there's like that slim margin of like, and these are the ones that we all are just like, ugh, why did it have to work out for you? Because it's like they think they know everything and they're extremely good. But they're kind of annoying to be around because they just are so full of themselves. But I didn't go to art school, but I have a lot of friends that encountered people like that, and I did notice that going to art school kind of changed some of my friends who went in some ways. Not necessarily in like bad ways, but just like the ways that they spoke about themselves and their art changed. And I wonder if that's why. It's just like the environment, you know? It wasn't even the art school. Oh, it was the game and media major. Oh, I see. Hey, Paradox Moose. Paradox Moose, you were here on Monday, weren't you? I thought you came in to stream on Monday. I told you guys I would tell you when it was my birthday if I got partnered on my birthday, and I did. I thought we told you. Wait, what do you mean it's today too? What? My birthday can't be 2 days. I was not born twice. Let's see. Every day? No, just Monday. Just Monday was my birthday. Actually, somebody sent me something in my P.O. box that I was gonna open on stream. So I'm hoping to find, I don't know if they pop in the chat, I will pull it open. But if you're here in the chat, if anyone's in the chat who sent me something in the mail, speak up. I'd love to open it on stream. Let's see. Moose says all of July is Casey by Rue, don't encourage him. Yeah, that's true too, Miss Art Rules. People have really, I mean, there's no real black and white when it comes to the psychology of the human mind, right? Like, people have a lot of things going on in their lives that can affect the way that they are, whether it's chemical or whether it's environmental, like just home life situations or history or childhood trauma. Like, there's all kinds of ways that impact the way that we talk to ourselves. But I still think no matter which combination of factors have come together to make each of us who we are, I still think having a generally positive self-talk is a lot healthier in the long term. At least it's worked out a whole lot better for me. You want an equal number of apologies for every time you said I would jinx your first partner attempt. I'm sorry times however many times that was. I just said, what if you do? I was nervous, Paradox Moose. It wasn't like a personal thing. I was just nervous. Did I say you're going to? Maybe 1 or 2 times I did. I was so nervous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss. Will you forgive me? You did an illustration major in your school, but you heard the fine art professors are so pretentious. Yeah, maybe that's what it is the fine art side of the school. That's right, we do have a lot of animation majors in the chat. I'd be curious to know what everybody's experience was in the animation or art side of schooling, since I didn't go. I'd like, did you have a good experience? Did you not? Did any of the things we're talking about sound familiar? As far as like ego and pretentiousness, and or did you have like a really good group of people around you? Makes you think of actors or song artists who are incredibly skilled or successful and act like they are a gift to humanity in the least humble way possible. It's such a slap in the face when their stuff is actually— I know. It's almost like you hate that like there's a small margin of the egotistical ones that are actually really good. Like, good for them, you know, but also it's a little gear grinding. I think professors being honest and some tough love is important, but that's different than just pushing people down. Yes, thank you. That is a great way to put the distinction. Putting yourself down is not the same thing as being honest and self-motivating. Being overly self-critical is self-defeating, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because what it ultimately does is, it gives you a terrible attitude. It gives you an awful attitude. It makes you extremely judgmental. And nobody is going to want to work with somebody who acts that way. And I think that it's really hard to find jobs in an industry that is so small, like gaming or animation. Like, if that's your long-term goal and you have a bad attitude, like, just know it's going to come back and get you. So that's another thing that a friend of mine pointed that out to me. Not that I was trying to get into that industry necessarily, but they were talking about how insular the industry is. And I don't know, maybe Dally or somebody else can speak to this, because I'm certainly not in the industry, but their kind of takeaway was that like everybody kind of knows everybody, and if you get a reputation for being hard to work with, it pretty much can kill your ability to to get other jobs. If you stink, we all know. Yeah, because there's like 10 of you. Yeah, bad attitudes won't get you anywhere you want to go. It'll hinder you. And I think that's what— thank you, Ryu. And I think we're talking about negative self-talk, and bad self-talk also leads to bad attitudes. And unfortunately, I think it's something that can kind of haunt you for a long time, which is part of why I still think it's ultimately more beneficial for you, especially if you're going to get into an industry like art or acting or anything, to like check yourself and take note. Like, how is my self-talk? How is my method affecting my life? Oh, I guess I'm gonna, Kudo. It's an interesting conversation though, and it's cool to have so many industry folks in chat to like have this conversation with. Again, just one of the other reasons I like streaming is like I can talk to people who are having experiences in the industry that I can't have or would never have otherwise, you know? Like, I can't afford to go to San Diego Comic-Con or like meet people, or I don't have the skill set to apply to like these jobs. I'm just never gonna learn that stuff unless people like share their experiences, you know? You have a very good friend who stinks at working, and unfortunately we all know, oof, that's hard when it's your friend too. As a friend, she's incredible. As a worker, she's difficult, contentious, and disagreeable. So she's been unemployed for 2 years. Ugh. Yeah, and I don't know if you feel this way, Dally, but do you think that some of it is like some of that self-talk stuff we've been talking about at all? Like, do you think her negativity and self-critique has impacted any of her work ethic at all? Like, any of her workability, I guess, at all? Or would you say that it's completely unrelated, which is also totally possible? Some people are just bitter, I guess. Although I hate that, actually. I take that back. I don't agree that some people are just the way they are. I think there's things that make us the way we are with our behavior, and behavior is a choice. I don't like it when people say, oh, I'm just an angry person. That's just who I am. Like, no, there's something you're not addressing that's causing anger. And the sooner you work it out of your life, the sooner you can make your life better. So what I am getting from this conversation is that the next time someone asks me for an animator to recommend, you're asking me? You're asking me for recommendations? I don't know very many people at all. Oh, she's in desperate need of therapy, but refuses to get it. Man, it's almost like they go together. That's so sad. I'm so sorry, Dally. You know, I hope she gets what she needs sometime. Yeah. To be fair, though, I'm definitely one of those people who thinks everybody should have a therapist. I think every person on this planet should have a counselor. I'm very much an advocate for mental health. I think it's the same as going to the dentist, in my opinion. Like, you wouldn't feel weird about going to the dentist a couple times a year to check up, make sure nothing's wrong. You know, you wouldn't live your whole life with a toothache. You would go get someone to address it. But for some reason, with mental health, we have this big stigma where people are just like, oh no, I'm fine, it's not that big of a deal, and then they let this little toothache turn into something that like rots out their whole jaw and becomes this huge problem later in life, but because they didn't address it when they were younger. But I also understand that mental health stuff is expensive. However, there are a lot of like sliding scale and free resources, even in the States. Like the resources are there. There's ways to start that journey, and keep that toothache from becoming, you know, a big problem. I don't even have like any severe problems, and I just want therapy because I'm really exactly. Loneliness is a completely justifiable reason, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody should be checking in on their mental health in the same way that we check in on our physical health. Like you would feel irresponsible if you didn't go to the dentist for like 5 years. Like you would want to do that. You wouldn't shame somebody for going to the dentist. You'd be like, oh, that person's caring about their teeth so that they don't fall out. You know, like there's no reason we should feel any different about mental health, except for stigma. Therapy helps, self-reflection goes far. So self-reflection is a form of therapy, but I do think there's, at some point, holding up a mirror only gets you so far. Sometimes you need someone else to look at you and tell you what they see. Because I think self-analysis, trust me, I think is really important, and I don't think enough people analyze their own actions. I think we see it a lot in our society. The results of that, of people not asking, not challenging their own assumptions, you know? Like we should be reflecting, like, am I making an assumption here? Like, did I really handle that the best way? And so many people don't take the time to do that. That does go a really long way. But sometimes I think you do need an unbiased third party to, like, look into your life and say, like, hey, like, here's what I see. Because maybe they consider something that you haven't considered. Maybe something you think is totally normal. That's actually not normal. And not healthy, more importantly, than normal. And I just think it's really good to check in on that stuff every once in a while, because you can't know everything. Even the therapist can't know everything. Like, I also encourage people to try more than one therapist. So at my day job, I do this mental health, like, I don't know, like information session about some of the benefits that we have at my day job. And one of the things I joke about, it's kind of a joke, but it's not really. It's like finding the right therapist is kind of like dating. Like, you wouldn't just marry the first person you went on a date with one time. Like, you wouldn't just commit your mental health to, like, the first person you meet. You would kind of, like, get to know that person and maybe, like, talk to a few other people and get to know them and, like, see, like, is this behavior that they're like, is this normal? But I think it's all really important to try, and I think it's worth making the effort. A third or fourth parties, but yes, exactly. Yeah. Most therapists would not be able to help me because I'm a very strong intellectualizer, and I've heard only a few special therapists are good at helping with that. I don't know. Have you shopped around at all? So it takes time. Exactly. It's that dating thing. It just takes time to find the right one. I'm sure a lot of therapists are fairly intellectual themselves. Not all of them. I've definitely had some or met some that were like, you're just like reading a script at me. But I've had some really great conversations with deep thinking therapists for sure. You can see that you have a problem with your tooth in the mirror, but that doesn't mean you can treat it yourself. Yes, I love that. That's great, Suntra. I might steal that. Yeah, just because you can see there's an issue doesn't mean you have the ability to fix it by yourself. Yeah, I like that a lot. You need a relational therapist. And that's the cool thing too, is a lot of therapists will, like, most of them you can just call for free and just do like a 10 or 15 minute kind of like ask them some questions. And I always tell people you should have, like, you know, if there's any specialties you think you need, ask them how they handle that. Ask them what they've done in the past, or if they've had clients that have done that in the past. You can tell pretty quickly when there's a therapist who's just desperate for your money. Because I've met one of those before, where it was just like a brand new therapist, fresh out of school, was trying to build their client base. I was just like, oh yeah, no, I can do that, yeah. And it was just like, okay, you gotta go get some, like, you gotta go get your sea legs first, guy. So, like, I obviously didn't pay that person, but, like, you know, once you've asked a few questions, you kind of get to know what the normal answers are, and you can kind of pick somebody that way. I don't know. Trade in your bee legs. You don't usually buy the first pair of shoes you try on. Yeah. Well, okay, some people do, Jack, because I hate shopping. I actually did just buy shoes, and I bought the first pair I tried on. So that analogy wouldn't work for me, but I hate shopping with a fierce passion. I want to buy the cheapest thing, and I want to leave the store. Or even if the shirt fits, you may not like how it fits you. Give the same consideration to your therapist. Read the rest? Well, I did. You don't usually buy the first pair of shoes you try on, or even if the shirt fits, you may not like how it fits you. I mean, I still buy the first pair of shoes I try on, though. Only one time have I regretted it, actually. Yes, we are rambling, indeed. This has been quite the ramble for some time. Be warned, guys, we do ramble here. Yeah, but we all have belief systems. That doesn't necessarily mean religion, for sure. Casey rambling? Ryu's known me so long. Ryu knows that I never ramble. Thank you for the treat, by the way. I ate some cheese. What treats do you guys have? Guys, I hate this truck. I'm gonna draw the other one now. I tried to make myself do an actual drawing. It takes too long and I get bored. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was looking for this. I'm ignoring you, Pyro. I want you to know that I'm ignoring you. Thank you guys for the treats. Oops. I accidentally reported my own reward redemption. How did I do that? Oh no, I just clicked the wrong button. There we go. What's wrong with the truck? It's out of proportion. It's kind of ugly. It's fine. It's whatever. It was a practice drawing. I'm gonna do a more gestural one with this one. I like painting more when I'm doing stuff I don't enjoy drawing because I like finding the shapes a little bit better in paint. So I'll probably go a little faster on this because I just like blocking stuff in. There's something really like relaxing about it. This truck is in such a strange perspective though in this picture. I don't know, I think I just like it better because I feel like I'm sculpting, and I do see the drawing animal. I will get to that in just a second. You have a few vehicle boards. Oh nice, yeah. I do have some up in my Pinterest board, but I don't have that many. I'd love to see. I'm always looking for, especially if somebody else has already curated a list, I might steal some of your pins, if that's okay. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout for good reference boards to follow. I follow quite a few artists that have some really nice reference boards on Pinterest. I know Pinterest is kind of like icky right now because of all the dang AI, but... See? Box. Chalk box. Oh, hiccup. That cheese gave me a hiccup. So sorry, everybody. Ooh, another hiccup. Ah. Sorry. Okay, I think they're gone. My hiccups can be kind of painful, so I like to try and get rid of them if I can. Also, I feel like they're really loud. Many four-letter words. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Ryu, indeed. Well, specifically generative AI, but yes. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to be better about, like, differentiating, like, large language models and generative AI, but we all know what we mean, so what the heck. Is the peanut butter handy? I actually... I was gonna say that, but then that's it. I actually did just bring some peanut butter to my studio this morning. For those who don't know, peanut butter gets rid of hiccups, or at least it has always gotten rid of mine. So, if you scroll toward the bottom, I have 3 separate boards for trains, boats, and cars. And oh, sweet! Thank you. Yeah, I love a good Pinterest board. I'm gonna follow it, and I will. Oh wait, I am following your board. I must have found this before, or you must have linked it to me. I will check out your objects, mechanical ones. I see cars, bikes, and planes. Oh, some nice tire tread references here. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you. Ooh, some nice bikes too. Has your neighborhood bobcat of the Colorado Banshee? No. Thankfully, no. My board, it needs to be reorganized. I do have a vehicle board. You might have shared it on Jay Stiller's stream too. There's mine if anyone wants to look. Sometimes it's like out of order for some people. I'm actually really curious if anyone clicks that. Does it show it in order? I have it in alphabetical order on my end. So it's like like, it's frustrating to me that it doesn't show up in alphabetical order for other people, but it's like alphabetical for the non-reference stuff that's like artist or character designs or whatever. But then when you get down to like the actual photo reference, it's like reference, amphibians, arthropods, you know, like all the different like groups. And apparently it's not like this for everyone, and it really makes me angry because I spent a long time organizing it, and it makes me frustrated. But my vehicles one is pretty empty, so I'm gonna dig through your reference board later and probably steal some pins. You heard about a guy who made a wooden car with a wooden door, wooden wheels, and a wooden engine, but it... Man, I walked right into that, and it wouldn't start. I was about to ask you so many questions. Christmas cat, dang it. I walked right into it. That was good. That was a good one. You missed the Lynx art gym? Yeah, we did a Lynx one. We'll probably do another. Oh, weird. Can you see the organized folder on my board? Yeah, somebody told me that one time, and I was like, what? It seems like it is. I mean, I don't know if you have it alphabetized, but here's how it looks on my screen. So if that's what you were intending, then here's what it looks like. I don't know if this is what you want. We have some of the same anatomy pins. But yeah, mine is like completely out of alphabetized order. If you have yours alphabetized, then no, it's not in alphabetical order on my view. That looks the same? Okay. That's good. I wish mine looked the way it was supposed to. Yeah, I don't know why mine's not displayed. Somebody told me that the other day and I was like devastated because I spent a lot of time organizing it. Because not only for myself, but I was like, oh, if somebody, you know, because I do these art gyms and I link the reference board all the time. So I'm like, if somebody's trying to find something, I want to make it as easy as possible, right? But apparently it's not alphabetized. It's very annoying. Yeah, growling. The centaurs... Wait, what's the question about centaurs? Do centaurs swing their arms when running? I always pictured them having their arms raised up, says Ryu, and tucked in while running. I think that's how they get depicted a lot. Like in Fantasia, they depict them that way. I do like the idea of centaurs galloping and just like holding their arms at their side and like becoming more aerodynamic, but it looks very silly in my head. Have you guys seen the comic about, and I haven't forgotten the drumming animal. Have you guys seen the comic about baby centaurs like being born? And if they're like at the same developmental stage as like a human baby when they're born, if it's like fully formed foal on the bottom and then just like flopping infant on the top, like running around. Very funny. Yes, Jack-Lantern, same page. Same page. Naruto running. Yeah, Hive, exactly. Exactly. Just a larva wobbling around on the top. Let's see. I just think it's hilarious to think about. Because then that leads to a question of like, oh, okay, well, if you have to wait for the baby stage to match the horse stage. Oh, I did see one other interpretation of like a newborn centaur just being like a baby, like a human baby with like a lesser developed foal, and then like the foal will develop as the baby grows, like outside of the body. Which is basically like what happens. It's just that, you know, they gestate longer in a horse because they're more fully forming, like they come out able to walk. Whereas human babies obviously come out much earlier and are not yet able to walk. It is really funny, yeah. Hope the art gains are going well. They're going okay. I'm struggling a little bit. Blue Skittle. I don't love drawing mechanical things, but I'm trying to overcome it. In fact, I think it's time for a break. I think I would like to do the Draw Me an Animal now. I have a Draw Me an Animal redeem. I get to take a break. Nobody can be mad at me, especially my mods. Oh, I have a gratitude jar. Eastern Emerald Alicia. I don't know what that is. Why? How do you guys keep finding animals that have names of people? I don't... What is that? Eastern Emerald Alicia. Wait. This isn't that ring species lizard again, is it? I think we had one of these before. Surely not. Eastern Emerald Elysia. Maybe it's a butterfly. I feel like butterflies sometimes have names like this. So the Draw Me an Animal game, if you guys haven't played this with me before, is basically where somebody in chat can request an animal. No hints in chat. Oh man, it's already 10:50. Holy cow. Okay. And feel free to look it up. I'm gonna draw what I think it is based on the name. It's not that ring species lizard, is it? That started with an E or an I. I can't remember. Shoot. This is a hypothetical out loud question. Don't answer, chat. I'm just gonna draw a butterfly because I don't actually know. If it's actually that lizard, or that salamander, I'm gonna be upset with myself though. Okay, we're gonna say it's a green butterfly. So I got 5 minutes to draw what I think it is, and then we're gonna learn to add it together. It's probably not a butterfly. Probably is that dang lizard, and I'm gonna be so sad. But alas, here we are. I don't know how to draw a butterfly, you guys. We need to do a butterfly study. Like, it's the body specifically. I don't think I've ever paid attention to what they look like. So many things I haven't studied. See, I'm excited to learn. I'm not down on myself. Because I know this is terrible. But it's okay. It's not trying to be wonderful. It's from memory. It's from guesswork. She tells herself out loud. Okie doke. But yeah, if anyone is doing some art gym stuff, if you're doing some studies. Ooh, my tummy just started hurting. Not comfortable. Feel free to post in the Discord. In the art gym section of the Discord, as long as it's from reference or observation and not something drawn from imagination, we will look at it on screen. Well, of course, if it's work safe. I mean, we'll still look. If it doesn't happen to be a study, we'll probably still look at it, but not like for very long. I just want to spotlight people who are trying to do studies, so that we can encourage folks to keep doing the hard work of improving our art by confronting the challenge of drawing from observation, learning new skills. It's not the most fun usually, but it is rewarding and helpful. In the long run. It's not in the moment. At the moment, it's like pulling teeth. But, you know. I am going to finish my second truck study really fast, though. And then we're going to get into the art gym. So you have a few extra minutes, guys, if you were wanting to do some studies or draw anything, share anything. Feel free to do that, you know, in the next few minutes. I don't know what this is. I'm just guessing it's a butterfly. Probably a fish, maybe, actually. There's lots of things that can be green. Could be a bird. Probably a bird. So basically, I don't know, because when I don't know, I just say it's a bugabird or a fish. So those are my guesses. I'm guessing a butterfly. It's probably wrong. Let's learn about it. Let's learn about it. Eastern Emerald. Watch it be a badger. Elysia. It's a beautiful leafy sea slug. This actually looks like one of the slugs that I've got on my list. Let me see if I have this one. Sea slug. Oh wait, you guys want to see too. Sea slug. So I got it totally wrong. It is an invertebrate, but not a flying one. I wonder if I grabbed this one. So here's my leafy sea slugs that I really like, that I haven't actually turned into dragons yet. Actually, I don't think I have it on my list. This is a new one. Just looks like a leaf. Neat. Let's learn about it. Sea slug. The common name, the Eastern Emerald Elysia, is a small to medium-sized species of green sea slug. Hiccup, sorry. Superficially resembles a nudibranch, yet but it does not belong to that clade. It's a sacoglossa. Sea slug of nudibranchs and sacoglosses. Let's go to one zoom so you can understand what this means. And also so that we can play. So, sacoglossan slugs are more like, they're still mollusky, but they're not quite the same as like a nudibranch, which is what people are usually referring to when they are referring to sea slugs. Where it's just like the group of nudibranchs. Okay, it's not letting me just pick a group of nudibranchs, so I'm just going to click this one. Watch it go. Whee! Way over here. So they're still in a similar family, but okay, that's a really specific one. They're still in a similar family, but like they're separated, right? Where did they go? I think it was over here somewhere. Yeah. So see how they're like totally different branches? It's not part of sea slugs. It's part of whatever that's called. Sacoglossa. So anyway, again, not to keep plugging one Zoom, but if you ever want to see how things are related, very fun to play with. So there we are. They're both gastropods, but they're not in the same family. So gastropod is the class. So yeah, let's see. Sap-sucking sea slugs. So some members of this group use chloroplasts from the algae they eat for photosynthesis. That's right. They're the one that photosynthesize. Yeah, really cool. Solar-powered sea slugs. In fact, I think I even... Here's some more Sacosoglossums. These are all solar-powered sea slugs. See? Look! I even put solar-powered up there. Which I think is pretty neat. But, yeah, these are the algae eaters. Pretty fun. Where does it live? It lives along the east coast of the US, including Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Rhode Island, and Florida. Oh, and Texas! Never seen a sea slug in Texas. Has anyone seen a sea slug? If you're in chat and you've seen a sea slug, I would love to know if you've seen one in the wild. I've been pronouncing nudibranch wrong this whole time. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, actually. I've heard nudibranch. I've heard nudibranch. I've heard nudibranch. I've heard a lot of different ways to say it. I used to say nudibranch. And then I think I heard somebody say nudibranch, and I was like, oh. So I've said it like that since now, but I actually don't know. Until now, I mean. But I don't know if that's actually right. I get bonus points for drawing an invertebrate. Okay, well, thanks. I'll take your 20. I'll say I got 20% on this one. It's green, and it's an invertebrate. But pretty much everything else about this is totally wrong. Totally wrong. Hey, Yakota, it's good to see you. Let's see. Well, that was the Draw Me an Animal game, guys. I'm so sorry. Sea slugs are so cool, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Sarah, have you seen the Sea Slug forum? Do you guys, for those who don't know, I do this thing called Sea Slug Dragons. Probably a lot of you have seen them. Well, we do it on the first Wednesday of the month, but it's just like a fun creature design challenge that I give myself where chat gets to pick a sea slug, or Sagosoglossian, or however you say it, Sacoglossian. And it's one of those gastropods, the mollusks that make up those groups. And we'll pick one from my list of pictures, and I'll make a little dragon or a creature design based off of it. This one I don't have the picture included, but it's a sea angel if you look up a sea angel. Anyway, it's really fun. I have a good time with it. I like pulling out the different characteristics that stand out to me and then like applying it to a creature. So I use the Sea Slug forum a lot as my main reference there, which is a really, really great resource. It's at least a good launching point for Sea Slug appreciation. Although I'm kind of bummed, you guys. I reached out to the Australia Museum who hosts... Did I share the Wikipedia page with you guys? Here you go. I'm sorry. I reached out to the Australia Museum who hosts Sea Slug Forum, or at least somebody there, trying to get a hold of like an address or something that I could send basically some fan art to the guy who built Sea Slug Forum, because he worked for them. He's like retired through them. But I never heard back. I'm really sad. I wanted to send him a bunch of like dumb sea slugs dragon stickers or something. I've used that website as a reference for a very long time. Would definitely be a motivation. Yeah, do it. They're so fun. Always excited to run into more dragon lovers. Oh yeah, always. I want like a plein air style Monpung challenge, but it's just sea slug dragons all month. We could make that happen. Would you guys want to? Should I do a sea slug dragon challenge? That would be fun. I've been drawing sea slug creatures since like 2015, but there's so many that I haven't done yet. Only if it wouldn't be cheating if I used some of the ones I've already made as my posts, because I don't have time to draw 30 more of those right now, unfortunately. But it would be really fun. Wish I saw one of those sea slugs. We live in the island. Aw, island of tea and crumpets? I bet they have sea slugs in the UK. Well, I don't know. It's kind of cold up there. Maybe not. Rambling Court Jester, I once ran a marathon in Sweden. I knew I was lost when I crossed the finish line. You know what happens when you're cheesy around here. You get cheese thrown at you. Also, speaking of, I ate all my cheese. I'm kind of sad. Okay, we are about to be in an ad. I'm so sorry. Uh, we are going to take a little stretch break during the ads, and we'll be back after. So if you guys want to support the stream, just hang out through the ads. I appreciate your attention, but no worries if not. I know we've been very rambly today, and maybe that's not everybody's cup of tea, so I apologize. Tosses all 12 cheese sticks. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna stretch. We're gonna arch the back. We're gonna fix the posture. Do all the things. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, this is your once an hour reminder to correct your posture, to unshrimp. Oh, go on. It's also your reminder to go on. What am I going on about? Stretching? Sea slugs? Oh, just for rambling in general. Well, I'm sure it annoys some people. In fact, I have almost no doubt that it annoys a couple of people, but I can't stop. But yeah, if you want to, arch your back, push your shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. They say this is the optimal stretch amount, so that you don't overstretch or understretch, basically. And what I do when I arch the back and push the shoulders together is I kind of really flex those muscles and, you know, try to strengthen them, because that's what's ultimately going to keep your shoulders back as you correct your posture over time. So, you're not good at stretching for work. Oh yeah, do you have a really physical job now, Kudo? Yeah, it's important to stretch for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna hold this, like I said, about 20 to 45 seconds, and then after that, going to unarch the back. Oh yeah, stalking is pretty intense for sure, but it's a good workout, honestly. It's good to get some activity. It's better than sitting all the time, you know. I'm actually really thankful that my day job is a very physically active day job as well, because it just means that I treat it like getting paid to work out. But yeah, it is important to stretch. Treat it like a workout. Yeah, do a pre-workout stretch and then a cool down stretch. Okay, I think I did this for the right amount of time. So I'm gonna unarch the back and relax. You like this more than your at-home call center job. Good. And you're happy to have that room in your house back. That's fair, true. Yeah, it can be your relaxing space now. You just bought a gaming laptop, no Sarah, and that's the ad you're getting? Oh my goodness. I swear they listen. I bought some Red River paper, and I've gotten nothing but Red River paper ads ever since. It's been like a week of paper ads. Wild Spa, hello. Thank you. I'm glad you like the truck. I'm struggling. But I'm glad you like it. We're gonna do another stretch. I'm gonna do the prayer pose this time. Put the hands together and push towards the belly. Just gonna kind of stretch out your tendons in your wrist and your hands. If this one doesn't really do it for you, you can also do this other one that I'll show you in just a second. But I don't do this one often enough, so. Oh, it's gotten to be a guest room. That's great. That's awesome that you can have people over in it. If possible, maybe you could put a little alarm on your phone or watch. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I probably stretch more while I'm streaming because these alerts go off, you know? I tend to forget when I'm just like sitting and working all day. Okay, I think we're almost out of ads. You have instructions to do it before work, before and after breaks. But you're just, yeah. It's hard to remember to do, and sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. But that's why, again, for me, it helps to have accountability. Maybe you could find somebody who wants to stretch with you, perhaps. You have to head to bed. It was really fun. Oh, thank you, Dreamy. So much for hanging out. I'm glad you had a good time. Thanks for being here. Have a good rest. All right, I think we're out of ads now. All right, I'm going to really quickly finish this truck, and then we're going to look and see what you guys did. So last call in the art gym, if you are doing any kind of studies, it doesn't have to be a truck. Like if you did something else today, it is totally fine. As long as you worked from reference or did some kind of foundational study. I mean, we've had people go through Drawbox before and share that progress, you know, in the art gym section of the Discord. We've had people do just like basic value studies or basic like shape studies. I mean, any kind of like foundational art practice stuff that you just need accountability doing. That's the idea behind the art gym. It's the self-improvement aspect. It's the accountability piece. So you had too high of hopes. Oh, that's why you kept reminding me of my stream time. Pyro's trying to motivate me to go faster. Pyro, you forgot that this is Vehicles Day. Clearly. Organic animals I might get more done. I'm sorry to have failed you. Hi, Ernesto. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. How's your day going? Pyro, I've let you down terribly. I'm so sorry. Not doing art at the moment, but you have been writing during the stream in the company. Oh, good. That's great. Yeah. Is it just like for fun writing? If you want to feel like talking about it, or if you don't, that's okay too. But that's really cool. Thank you for sharing. Love a creative accountability session, you know? There actually are some writing and reading streams on Twitch that I think kind of operate a little bit like that. It's like I've seen people do like Pomodoro sessions before. I don't know if that's something that anybody has encountered other than me, but they'll do like the stream will go silent. There's just like some lo-fi music on, and it's just like a, hey, we're gonna work and check in like 30 minutes kind of a stream, which I think is kind of a good idea, honestly. It's you know, it's easy to get distracted when you are in front of a screen all the time, I think, anyway. So the accountability helps. At least it helps me. I will say when I'm working along with other streams, I don't know if you guys feel this way for the other artists in the chat, but I feel like when I'm drawing along with a streamer, I tend to do better work. When I'm actually streaming, I feel like I'm a little self-conscious and I don't really take as many risks, and I don't tend to like my work as much, but I'm trying to work through that. I feel like I do some of my better like planning and like I don't know, creative problem solving, I suppose, off stream. You use Lo-Fi Girl Pomodoro sometimes to force you to get up from your chair periodically, but it does make... Yeah, that's the other thing too. That's what's so hard, I think, about like setting timers when in the middle of your work, because it's really hard sometimes to like get in and out of the zone like that in creative work. It's like, shoot, I'm really in this right now. I don't want to stop because I'm afraid I won't be able to get back in this headspace. Working on a novel series. That's awesome. Very, very cool. You get really easily distracted by chat when working along streams, really? Yeah. Okay, fair. I guess that's true too for me. It depends on the streamer, actually. Like, I get mega distracted in Jay Stiller's streams. If I'm in Jay Stiller's chat, I am not doing anything else. But like Blue Skittle, I co-work with quite a bit, and I feel like I'm pretty productive. But Blue is also very like chill ASMR vibes as a whole. What program am I using? I do use Clip Studio, but I'm actually in Krita right now. I'm a Krita convert, at least for warm-up sketches. I still do my painting and stuff in Clip Studio, but and my comic work. But yeah, for like quick sketching, Krita is really good go-to. Yeah, yeah, you too. It's so easy to rant with Joe. Yeah, Joe has some really good art rants. It's very easy to get distracted and off task at Joe's. Krita, yep, I sure did, and you spelled it right too. I can't watch Skittle, unfortunately, because whatever Mike... Oh no! Well, I hope... Really? What are you noticing? Because I can barely hear Skittle sometimes. I'm surprised that you can, I'm surprised that you can even hear their mic. Oh, you don't... Oh, you're not into the ASMR, that's why. I see. I love the ASMR from him. I don't do ASMR, like, generally. It's never really done anything for me. I don't really understand the hype. But I do like the art ASMR over at Skittles. He's got a very, like, soothing voice, I feel. Joe! Cup of Joe, thank you so much. I really appreciate those bits. I don't know why my alert didn't go off. Congratulations, Joe. You have busted my alerts. I don't know what's going on. But no, you're good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And we match now, Joe. Look. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've... Oh, that was terrifying. That was the most delayed bits reaction. Twinsies. Wait. Did it take away my check? Oh no, that's just OBS. There it is. I see it in Twitch. Twinsies. I'm kind of self-conscious about the check. I'm not gonna lie. Do you just get used to it? Because I feel like every time I go into chat, people are like pointing it out, and I don't want to derail chat every time I go into a chat. Like, I've come in on some raids and people have been like, maybe it's just because everybody knows I was pushing. Maybe it'll stop, but I just part of me wants to like move it off. You turn it off, and depending on the vibes, fair. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But I feel like everybody works so hard to get me that check. I don't want to turn it off either, because, like, you guys got the check. I just showed up and streamed. At least keep it for a while. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'll keep it on for a little bit. I don't know. I also kind of feel like it's false. I don't know. Not false advertisement, but, like, I don't know. I don't want to. Maybe I don't know how to articulate what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna stop talking. Let's see. It's because folks. Yeah, I think you're right, Pyro. I think you're right. Well, it was not really to get the check, Amaze. It was more to get the front page access for Save the Vikita Day. The check is just what they give you. But yes, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't want to seem unappreciative. Yeah, it's just, maybe it's just weird. Just be happy and be done. Yeah. Oh, other streamers don't draw at all and still have check marks. That's true. Hey Turgus, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for all of your support during the push as well. I really do appreciate. I know I've said it so many times, but I really do appreciate everybody, like, just showing up and helping with that and spreading hype and rating in. If anybody missed it and you wanted to see the moment when I hiccuped, no. The moment on stream when I revealed it, I keep it should be at the top of chat, actually. Can you guys just click it at the top of chat? Wait, I don't have to keep linking this, do I? Oh my gosh, I'm such a Twitch noob. See, this is why I don't deserve if you click the top of chat and you scroll to the right or the left, you'll see monthly top clips. And Yanni clipped the moment when I revealed both the partner acceptance email and the check mark on stream. I wanted to wait. I actually, for anyone who missed it, I got the email on the 18th, but I waited until Monday because I wanted to share it with you guys. So, oh, Joe the Wizardry, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm struggling with my study, but I'm glad that you like it. I want to be better. But we had a very long conversation about this, about self-talk, and, like, how even just me saying I want to be better is so much more positive than being like I'm terrible, and, like, the difference between those two vibes of acknowledging a skill gap and how much benefit that can provide to an art journey and to just your, like, mental well-being. Mighty Mingle, thank you. That's a great name. Thank you for that follow. Let's see. How much time do you have until the front page? Yeah, so we don't know exactly. Thank you, Amaze, for helping answer that. I missed it. So the organization porpoise.org is still kind of, like, working that out with all the other conservation organizations that they're partnering with to do the Save the Vikita Day presentation, but it should be sometime in October. Either the 4th or possibly later, like the 24th. Which I'm kind of hoping it's the 4th, but it's gone back and forth a couple of times, so I've been told just, like, not to officially announce anything until there is, like, an actual date. So once they officially decide what the date is, I will let you guys know. And again, I know a few people have mentioned interest in this, but if anybody wants to, I'm kind of hoping to put together, like, a little, like, Save the Vikita event, like, for any other streamers, whether you're a game streamer who wants to do a charity game session for the Vikita, or if you are an art or makers and crafters streamer, if you want to, like, do a craft or an art piece, or just, like, talk about the Vikita. I don't know. But if anybody wants to help spread the word and get involved, keep that in mind that it'll be sometime in October. And once I announce the date, let me know if you're able to or interested in doing some kind of a stream, and I can put you on the stream schedule. And we'll just have, like, you know, maybe your stream topic or, like, what you'll be doing and, like, the time you'll be streaming it, so that I can get that, at least kind of, like, have a thing, like an image to share around, so that anybody who wants to, like, help build hype for this critter, because I feel like the more people on Twitch we could get talking about the Vikita, the greater the odds are that more people outside of Twitch are going to learn about this animal, because that's really my ultimate goal, is to, like, just increase awareness in general about the Vikita porpoise, because it's about to go extinct, and nobody even know, like, very few people know it exists, and it really, really, really needs our help. It's kind of now or never for this animal. Like, we're about to lose it, so if we can't raise some more awareness, it's probably just going to quietly go extinct down in Mexico, which is very sad, and I hate to think about that. So thank you guys for your interest. you'd love to help, yeah, that'd be awesome, Joe, honestly. Thank you. And thank you to everybody. Turgus, thank you. I know I've had some DMs and stuff from people saying that they're interested too. So I'll keep you guys posted. Vakita sounds like a Pokemon. It does kind of sound like a Pokemon, yeah. A little bit. We do have some free emotes that anybody is welcome to use at any point on their Twitch or their Discord. They look like that. Thank you, Kepper, for the reminder. They're free over on my Ko-fi. No donation required if you'd like to download those. Just, you know, if you're able to, credit me, but no worries if not. Oh, I just erased my chat. Oh, that's really interesting though, Sarah. Actually, Science Streams told us recently on his channel that he is going to be interviewing the lead researcher for that Dire Wolf project on stream on Twitch, which I think is super cool. I don't know if he has a date picked out for that, but I would be very curious to hear what they have to say and to do like a live Q&A. I'm sure he's got some really great questions lined up, but I think he's Science Streams. I'm pretty sure it's an underscore there, yeah. Guys, so if you're interested in some of that stuff about like conservation or science or biology or anything like that, go follow Science Streams over there. Belint and Lita, they do really great science communication content, and like Belint has been really lining up some killer interviewees for the past like month. Has been bringing some really interesting scientists from around the world onto his stream for interviews. I think it's extremely interesting. Am I spelling vaquita right? No, it's actually vaquita, spelled like this. It means little cow in Spanish. Vaquita. V-A-Q-U-I-T-A. Just be aware, if you look up pictures of it, it might be a little sad. Unfortunately, they're so rare that most of the images we have are actually post-mortem. So just kind of emotionally prepare for that if you get upset looking at deceased critters. But a lot of what's causing them to go extinct is that they're getting caught in illegal netting and just drowning. Like, they're not even being targeted or hunted in that way. They're just kind of accidental deaths. And it's extremely disappointing that there isn't stricter enforcement about the netting. And that's one of the things we'll talk about for Save the Vaquita Day, and hopefully get some good resources for how to, like, be a little bit louder voice. Most pictures you're seeing are alive. Really? I think they might just look alive. Maybe. I hope so. Last time I looked, most of them were dead. They had like net injuries. There's a few that are fake. There's one that's a prop that looks like it's alive, but it's actually like an educational prop that they take to kids. It's the very cute one that you're probably seeing. Similar threats as manatees. Yeah, there's a lot of marine mammals and marine animals that have this same issue. Oh, DuckDuckGo might be different. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't used that in a while. Does anyone else use Ecosia? Speaking of ecology. Monster Pie Zoe turned me on to Ecosia. I haven't seen Zoe stream in so long. I miss Zoe streams. Monster Pie Zoe was the art streamer that actually I got the Draw Me an Animal game from. With permission. I did ask. But if you guys like that game, you should go follow Monster Pie Zoe. I think she might be on a stream break right now. She was like moving or something, I can't remember. But she has really, really cute animal art and uses this web browser search thing called Ecosia, where they use the ad revenue to plant trees. It's like the whole mission statement of it, and they like give you updates on how many trees they've planted and where they're being planted, and I think it's pretty cool. So it's not like all the ad revenue, but it's like a significant portion of the ad revenue goes to this, which I think is neat. You missed the ghost crab. I'll show you. There it is. I failed. But the ghost crab is very cute. Alright, I'm going to quickly wrap this one up, and then I think we're going to look at your drawings, chat. So again, if you have any studies you'd like to show, get them in the chat. I need to probably wrap it up because I have another stream this afternoon. I'll be back shortly, and I want to make sure that I give myself enough time to get some other stuff done. Oh, by the way, if anybody won anything during the partner party giveaway on Monday, or if you are a patron and you're expecting art in the mail, all of that was mailed yesterday. There's I think one thing I couldn't mail because I need to actually have it weighed and be checked in by a person, so I still need to wait till I can get there when the office is open. So I haven't been able to do that one yet, but everything else that's just like normal letter sized has been mailed. Oh, thank you, Joe the Wizardry, for that follow. I'm sorry that the alerts aren't going off today. What is going on with my alerts? You've thought about using Ecosia, but you're worried about losing a lot of functionality. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, Corky. Oh my gosh, Saiga Antelope. Okay, Turgus. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna make you wait this time. You finally got around to going to USPS today to ship something that you've been meaning to— oh, good. Yeah, it takes a minute. I'm getting better at my routine with shipping stuff. Oh, that was like terribly positioned wheel. My post office is like on the way, on the drive back to my apartment, so it's not too hard to mail stuff. It's more like shipping, because I'm always at work during the post office hours, so like that's the hard one for me. Because I work a weekend job for my day job, so when I'm not in the studio, I'm usually at my day job, and it's like I basically have to take time out of the studio day to go ship things, because I start streaming. My morning stream is starting when the post office is opening. So I think that's been the tricky part, is like shipping larger items. But yeah, like mail and stuff isn't too bad. Okay, I think that's about as far as I'm going to get on this one today. I'm just going to quickly slap in the rust, and then we're going to look at what you guys have done. I do love this rust texture. I actually kind of just want to study the rust texture, I'm not going to lie. It's really interesting looking. I'm just really glad I could actually find the same truck. Turgus, what is this? What is this horrific knee? Well, I haven't seen that in so long. I honestly thought you guys forgot. I was like, oh man, they must no longer find that funny. Haven't seen the knee in a while. Such a weird emote. I can't look at it very long. It's so unnerving. Oh, thank you, Charzia. You're being very kind. I do not feel that way about this, but I appreciate your words. I wish I had more time on stream to finish this up. Maybe I'll come revisit it a little bit later today, but I don't have time to add in all the details. It's just like a basic, basic breakdown here. But how are you, Charzia? Speaking of somebody who makes incredible vehicles, Charzia, I saw your commission piece that you finished. Looks really, really pretty. Hope you're having a good one. Okay, alright. That's about as far as I think I'm gonna get. I was gonna try and just add a couple of details here, but Turgus, what are you doing? Science! Science, oh my goodness. Why? How? What is going— why? Why? All of these are uncomfortable. Is this— I was just saying such nice words about you, Saya. Hey, actually, Science, do you have a— well, maybe, I was talking to people about how excited I am for some of your up-and-coming interviews with scientists over in your stream. You've been doing a great job. I'm just choosing to ignore that strange emote. What is he wearing? I'm doing a terrible job ignoring that strange emote. Oh my gosh, don't encourage them, Sarah. They're bullying me. It's so strange. I don't get it. It just makes me like uncomfortable. No, stop. Science. Listen, I appreciate that Gigantify, but that is an enormously alarming emote that you just posted. Why? Why? Easel. Easel, help. You have a mosquito person next week. Cursed emotes. They are so cursed, right? Oh, there's that super delayed alert. Thank you for that follow. You guys, I appreciate that Gigantify. However, these are very scary emotes that you're using. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into the Discord. Let's see. How about— okay, see, I would help if I could. Let's see. I'm gonna go into the Discord. Ah! Oh yeah, so we have a drawing animal. I even saw that and read it and was like, I'm gonna go click the redeems. See, here's the thing. You guys seem to think that if I had noises that that would help. But unfortunately, there's no helping my easily distracted brain. It's like the minute some new thought enters my mind, I'm doing something else. I don't know how to fix that. If I knew how to fix that, I would probably already be a successful illustrator, quite honestly. But, yeah. I'm just too easily distracted. I'm sorry, Amaze. I know I disappoint you constantly. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, let's do the gratitude jar, because that one was done like 40 minutes ago. So gratitude jar is... Oh yeah, play Abzu. I want to see that, actually. I have not played that game. It's on my wish list. Someone told me it was really pretty. Easily distracted. Yes, very easily distracted. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how to like not get behind in redeems. I probably just need fewer redeems. But then like Twitch likes to push buttons, and I feel like I'm failing as a Twitch streamer if I don't have buttons for you guys to push. So I need ideas for buttons you guys can push that don't require me to remember to do anything. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me know what you come up with. Let's see. See, I already forgot what I was doing. Gratitude jar. Okay, so for the gratitude jar, let's see. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I feel like I've already put so many gratitude slips in here recently for you guys, just getting me through the push, and like here's the one that we had Monday. I can still see it. It says, thankful for the awesome community on my Twitch channel that got me partnered. And announced today. That was Monday. Yeah, I guess today I'm thankful that I'm not as self-conscious as I used to be about struggling to draw on stream. Like, I still don't love that I'm drawing and like struggling right now on stream, and then it's like feels really uncomfortable, but it's not as uncomfortable as it used to be. So I guess I'm thankful for that kind of a like for the growth in me that allows me to struggle, I guess, publicly in a way that's too long. Look, how can I shorten that? Thankful for the art gym sessions that have allowed me to overcome bad drawing insecurity. There. Maybe not totally overcome, but I'm definitely a lot further along than I used to be. So the gratitude jar, for those who haven't been here for a gratitude jar session, you're probably like, what is going on right now? So what I do is I write this little gratitude slip. So I keep these little pieces of paper by my gratitude jar. I actually finally just brought it to the studio because I haven't really been putting anything in here that you guys haven't been telling me to. So we're just going to bring it to the studio and leave it here now. And if I write anything at home, I can just bring it to the studio. But yeah, so I take this, I put it in the jar, and then I won't open this jar to look through everything until New Year's Eve. So it's kind of like an intentional gratitude practice. I feel like it's really, really easy to focus on the negative and to kind of become overwhelmed quickly, at least for me, with things that you wish were different in your life or in the world, or just like things that haven't gone right. And I think it's really helpful to look back on a year and remember all the positives, because we forget so easily. Our brains are just kind of trained to remember the negative instances more so than the positive. So you have to be really intentional about optimism and hope and gratitude. And this is one way that I try to combat cynicism and combat kind of negativity. So thank you for helping me do that, because last year I was so busy I totally forgot to put stuff in my gratitude jar for like months. So thanks to you guys, look how full this is. Like, look at my gratitude jar. It's so full of slips. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to read. We're barely halfway through the year, so I might have to get to a bigger jar. So I highly recommend doing something like that if anybody else out there is looking for a way to kind of help mentally just focus on the positive a little bit more. It doesn't mean that the bad stuff doesn't hurt or doesn't happen, but it's just a way of kind of like retraining your brain to remember that there are things to be grateful for, and you do have good things in your life. And it helps to focus on that sometimes. Yeah, it is full. No, you guys have made it full, because I definitely have not. I don't think I've ever had a gratitude jar that full. But it really does kind of, I don't know, I've made it like my New Year's Eve tradition the last few years to open up the jar and go through it. on New Year's Eve, and so it's just like a fun thing to do on New Year's Eve to kind of say goodbye to the year, celebrate what was good about it, and then kind of start your new year off with a little bit of optimism. So I have found it very helpful. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the other thing that I need to do. Oh, I need to hydrate. Hydrate. Everyone hydrate. Twice. I know these aren't necessarily accountability hydrations, but... And let's do the drawing animal for the Saiga antelope. Saiga antelope are so cool. Okay, this will be the last one, and then we'll get into the art gem. Saiga. Oop, that's not right. Let's do it below my terrible pygmy creature. Let's see, Saiga antelope. Easel was in your dream last night, running a movie ticket booth that was actually for a theme park in the mountains and had too many eggs. So you're trying to get people to take a carton of eggs with them into the theme park? What? That's really funny. Why does that sound completely believable, actually, as something Easel would do? Alright, I've got 5 minutes to draw what I think a Saiga antelope is. And if you guys don't know what I mean, you should go follow Easel, by the way. Incredible artist here. There's so many awesome artists in the chat right now. I appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out. So Saiga antelope, I have 5 minutes to draw this, and I can't have any hints, so I'm just gonna draw what I think it looks like. I always forget what their horns look like. I just remember that this might look really similar to the picture I drew of it before. But I just remember that they have like trunk mouths. And maybe it's like a horn like that. I can't remember if they're short or long. But yeah, I guess this is kind of what I think a Saiga antelope looks like. Kind of look like sheep antelope. I don't know why I drew it so big. It's not gonna fit, but I'll just make it laying down. All the artists in the chat. It's true. Twitch art is very, it's very, like, once you get involved, you kind of start seeing the same people in all the chats pretty quickly. I feel like it's a lot of community sharing, which is, I think, why it's so, I think that's part of why it feels so nice, is because, like, once you get plugged in, it's just kind of like everybody sort of knows everybody, and, I don't know, it's just a good bunch of eggs. Yeah, exactly. Once you've hung around for a little bit, you start to sort of notice that. I guess it kind of depends, I suppose. Like, certain types of art channels kind of attract the same types of people. So maybe that's not totally true. Like, when I go into some of the bigger art streams, I definitely see, like, very different names in chat and don't recognize as many folks, but I feel like the majority of the art Twitch community is kind of, like, all hanging out with each other, more or less. Okay, there we go. That's my Saiga antelope. I don't know how accurate that is, but we're gonna find out. So if you haven't been here for a Draw Me an Animal before, basically it's like a quick little animal request doodle. I will draw the animal. If I have time, I'll give it a little background. Give it some like prairie grass or something. They are big, like steppe Mongolian. I feel like they live in Mongolia. North Asia for sure. Like plains steppe type animal. I feel like they run around with the Mongolian steppe horse. That could be why I'm thinking that. Safe. Let's learn about it together. And then we're gonna get into the art gem. Artsy KC, so you click the channel point redeems. I think they've all been redeemed today, but it's every 30 minutes a new slot opens up. And you have to use channel points to do it. Didn't I do it for you? Oh my gosh, they are so cute. They're so funny with their like long faces. So here is the Saiga antelope. I didn't make its horns quite long enough. I guess some of them have shorter horns. Maybe the females? I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, it's basically these guys. Got big ol' schnozzes. They're like big hoses on the front of their face. But they look like little fluffy white sheep. Except for they are, well, they're not sheep. They're antelope. Look at this one from the front with its little nose. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Holy moly. So, yeah. Let's learn. Saiga antelope. It's a species of antelope which, during antiquity, inhabited a vast area of the Eurasian steppe, spanning the foothills of the Carpathian Mountains in the northwest and Caucasus in the southwest into Mongolia. During the Pleistocene, it ranged across the Mammoth Steppe, from the British Isles to, oh wow, all that way, to Beringia. I don't know where that is. Oh, the Bering area. Okay. So basically all of Russia. The dominant species only occurs in Russia and in Ural, and parts of Kazakhstan. Oh wow, they're not in Mongolia anymore. It's regionally extinct in Romania, Ukraine, Moldova, China, and southwestern Mongolia. Oh, the Mongolian subspecies occurs only in western. Okay, I was gonna say I thought there was a Mongolian one. Phew, I was like, no. All right, here's where they range. Here's where they range. That's why. Wait, that's why Saiga antelopes have that lawsuit against Disney. Wait, go on, Moosey Fate. Go on. It does look like Star Wars. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yeah, here they are. Saiga antelope. Very, very interesting. For what people were... Oh, Star Wars. Yeah, they do kind of look like very Star Warsian. Well, it's just that like prehistoric face, right? I mean, this is actually a really, really common face structure during the Ice Age for lots of animals. This is just one animal that happened to survive the Ice Age. You know, it was hardy enough to make it through. So it's obviously that this one and the moose, which also, if you think about a moose, has a very big, soft nose. Like it was just a really common adaptation for some reason for a lot of animals that lived during that time. But yeah, if you look at a moose, like it's got that very flexible, soft, kind of fleshy nose structure that makes it kind of iconic. But yeah, anyway. They're not related, they just have similar adaptations. For whatever reason, it was really common for a lot of prehistoric mammals. Lots of tapir-looking critters out there, which is pretty neat stuff. But yeah, this is the Saiga antelope. I'm gonna say I got this one. I feel like I got it. Thank you for that, Turgus. I'm sorry that you missed the ghost crab, but I'm glad you got to see that one. Let's get into what you guys did over on Discord, okay? I'm going to open up the art gym. We're going to scroll through really fast just to make sure that everything is work safe. Okay. Everything looks good. Oh my gosh, you guys killed it today. Holy cow, folks. Folks. What? Oh my gosh, I'm getting such imposter syndrome right now. You guys like totally smashed it today. Okay, I just looked at everything. I'm super intimidated. Let's go ahead and look. We're going to show everybody's work off. If you are a streamer and you let us know. If we don't shout you out, we'll try to shout you out. Legally distinct nose. Yes, exactly. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, this is my inner monologue when it comes to vehicles for sure. I just feel very, like, I don't know what I'm doing. They look like a bee stung them. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Trying to get it pulled up over here so I can see everything that's happening. So here's what we do for the art gym. We just look at everything that's been posted since the last thing that was shown on stream yesterday, which is typically like whatever my study was. I try to post my study last, so it's like a line, so I know where to stop. So yesterday we did baboons and mandrills. Today we did trucks, but just like Moonsky here, you don't have to draw trucks if you're not feeling that. You can do anything you want for the art gym and show it off as long as it's from reference or observation or some kind of a study or practice. And as long as it's work safe. These look really great, Moonsky. Fantastic poses. Really, really lovely stuff. If you guys aren't following Moonsky Runner, make sure that you do. Look at all this animation at like action. These look incredible. I love that you chose really active poses too to draw from. I feel like athletic poses are really good for gesture drawing because you just get a lot of situations you aren't gonna get just like a typical static pose. Oh, these stupid hiccups! I'm so sorry. But Moonsky, these look great, guys. Go follow Moonsky Runner if you aren't already. Fantastic streamer here on Twitch. Lovely artist, shares lots of work with us. If you've hung around my Discord, you've probably seen some of Moonsky's work. But go check out the streams too. Very, very sweet person. Moving on down to Dally. It's like I accidentally hit play on this. Dally posted a time lapse. I don't know if you guys can see all of this on the screen. It might be too big. Hold on. Let me pause. Just want to make sure we can all appreciate it. We'll just watch it this way, but guys, go into the Discord if you want the full. I just don't want it to be cut off. I don't really know how to make it smaller. Dally, this looks great. Lovely. See, you said you work gesturally, but this feels very structured in some ways to me. I guess it is loose. You're not using like a perspective box, but like you just you have like some really confident line work here. Yeah, really, really nice stuff in this study. Lovely, lovely, nice gestural. I guess it is gestural. Gestural truck study. You guys, if you didn't know, Dally also streams here on Twitch, so make sure that you follow Dally. Dally, it's lovely to have you drawing with us. I see some other studies up here. I hope we get to see all the ones you did, because these look really great. But thank you so much for sharing, and I really appreciate you participating, showing off your prowess. Uh-oh, Amaze did one of the, what did you call them, Amaze? I forgot what they were called, but the, like, really crazy Japanese truck subculture, like, really, really, I don't know, super glammed mega truck party. It's like Deco Trucku or something like that. I don't know. But, guys, go follow Maze if you aren't already following Amazing Fan 15. Another fantastic artist here on Twitch. Does animation comics. Obviously a very efficient and, or proficient, I should say, draftsman. And just, yeah, introducing us to very fun subcultures like super mega decorated truck. Deco Tora, that's what it is. I knew it was Deco something. Subculture in Japan. This looks great. Really nice structural drawings, really nice perspective boxes here. Like, you nailed it, I think. I know you said you didn't really like it that much, I think, if I recall you saying something like that in chat, but I think you did a great job. Lovely stuff. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for drawing along. And thank you for being here. Do we have a truck? Truck? Yeah, we got a truck emote, guys. Truck emote time. Truck? I just like adding silly emotes, guys. I'm sorry. It's kind of like how I like adding silly stickers to everything. 2 landscape studies, not far from your house. Ooh, nice. So you went and sat outside and actually drew the outside? That's cool. These look really nice. Man, what a pretty little field. You have really lovely views by your house. That's really cool. I love these. I love that you did like a traditional media study. I love all the hatch marks and just the, yeah, just really a really nice shorthand for all of the stuff that you're seeing out there in the lands. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. You said it was painful. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you shared it in spite of being painful. Reminds me of a super high-tech camper truck. Yeah, kinda, Dracon, kinda. Yeah, isn't this pretty? Yeah, did a great job, Sedulos. Lovely, lovely stuff. Looks really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I always recommend people take a sketchbook out in the wild if you can and go do some observational drawing. It's going to be, like Amaze said, painful, but it is going to be helpful. And it's going to help you push through to the next level. So if you've never done that before, if you've never taken your sketchbook outside or just to a place to sit and draw from actual observation, if you only ever draw from two-dimensional reference, challenge yourself. If you really want to level up, that's the next step. So challenge yourself to do that. Yeah, the contrast is really good in it too, for sure. This one is a ambulance from Jack Lantern Art. This could have been worse. No, I think you did great. These look really fantastic. I'm glad that you challenged yourself. Was this the first time you'd drawn a truck or like kind of applied yourself to drawing a vehicle? I think you did a good job. Here's the thing too, like if you do a second pass of something that you didn't like the first time, sometimes the second pass even comes out better. Literally the very first time. Well, I think you killed it then. This is a fantastic first attempt at doing a vehicle. Yeah, keep it up. Do some more. I bet you'll surprise yourself. I think these are really, really good. Yeah, you did really great. Round of applause for sure. You chose an ambulance because you love
Med, and it's basically emergency medicine, and it's basically right. Yeah, I mean, if you break it down to shapes, a lot of vehicles, especially trucks, are very basic. But you did a great job with this. This is excellent for a first time, especially for any time, but especially for a first time drawing trucks. I think you did a really nice job, Jack. Thank you for drawing along. Thank you for challenging yourself and working out with us. I really appreciate that. Truck. Where's my truck? There it is. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Very inspiring. The struggle is real with vehicles. Agreed, Miss Caprikel. Oh my gosh, but again, you also nailed it. Look at this vehicle that Miss Caprikel did. Miss Caprikel also streams here on Twitch, guys. So if you didn't know that, you've probably seen Miss Caprikel. Speaking of people you see in a lot of chats and art Twitch, I feel like I knew of Miss Caprikel before I knew Miss Caprikel. But I didn't know that Miss Caprikel streamed until relatively recently. So you guys should definitely go follow. Does a lot of watercolor work. Calls it art therapy. Hangs out, very chill, very sweet person. I try to lurk when I can, and yeah. I think you did a great job on this, honestly. Thank you for getting that shout out from Miss Caprikel. Lovely, lovely stuff. Your reference is also nice too, because I like how you tried to find the closest thing you could to like car anatomy. I think that's so smart and probably hopefully helpful, because I can see you sort of like drawing out what's going on, like where the beams need to be and like how the structure is to kind of help you place everything in the vehicle. So I think that's really good. Really good example here of like a way to approach this that can help you actually learn how to draw the car and not just copy what you're seeing. Is like understanding the anatomy just like we would for an animal. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Miss Caprikel. Truck skeleton, exactly. And the muscles would be like the engine and the fabric and the seats and stuff. But yeah, this is fantastic. Really, really great study. Thank you for struggling with us. Helped a little with perspective? Yeah. I think keeping it in mind helps a lot. Here we have Clem coming in with some very shapy studies of trucks, which I love. You found some really good like character shapes in these vehicles too, it feels like. These are kind of like stylized studies a little bit, but it's very shape heavy, like finding the shapes, finding the structure, especially it's really clear in this very simple one here, like how you found all the shapes in the camper. I love it. I think you're doing a great job with these. These are so cute, right? Clem, you did a great job. I don't know if you're still here. I'm honored that you were able to join in and draw along. Thank you for sharing. These are very charismatic. I love these. Shapular trucks. Yeah. Yeah, these almost look like they're designs ready for like a storybook or something. Very, very fun. Yeah, there you are. There's Clem in the chat. So well done, Clem. To be honest, after taking them apart and putting them back together, it helps you out with working with vehicles. Oh, for sure. Yeah, understanding the anatomy of anything is going to help you work on it. Definitely. Who doesn't want to ride in a truck that uses muscle tissue for fabric? It's not quite what I meant, but okay. Yeah, I can see, you know. Yeah, just you're sitting in the belly of your vehicle when you're driving, guys. Very boba. Yeah. They are very round. I like them a lot. Good job with these, Clem. These are lovely. These are lovely. Oh, and here's the rest from Dally. Here's the whole study page. Oh, these look so good, Dally. Just that little dash of color does a lot for these too. Such good perspective in all of this. Dally, what the heck? Look at this earth mover. I don't know what they're called. The digger one. I love the prongs. Look at that. Lovely, lovely detail. Oh, it blows up so nice and big, too. This looks so good. Really, really great study. You really captured this super well. Yeah, guys, make sure you go follow Dally. I know we gave a shout out for the other one, so I don't know if it'll do it again, but these look great. I hope you guys go follow. Dally also streams here on Twitch. Does lots of Q&A and talks about art stuff and industry stuff and art techniques and tips, and definitely worth hanging out with. Just for good vibes time as well. Also draws really, really cute animal characters and is just generally very, very skilled. Thank you so much for drawing along and for sharing your work with us and your expertise. I have a long way to go. Is what I'm thinking inside my head. Excavator. Yeah, that's what it is. An excavator. Coreezy, I feel your pain. I'm also screaming with you. Listen. I applaud that you are working through this pain right here, this screaming why pain, and trying to improve your vehicle studies. I think you're doing great. Your first ever, we have 2 people who did their first ever vehicle studies today. I'm actually really honored. I'm really honored that people would feel able to even attempt that here, and to share it as well is very admirable. Very admirable. I struggle even to share what I'm doing on stream while I'm streaming. So I think these look great. Nice structure here. It looks like you chose some kind of challenging angles too. Like these are both in a little bit of like foreshortened perspective. So, you know, not the easiest thing to jump right into. So I think you really tackled it head on, and I admire that. And I think it's a good start. You know, listen, if you want to see my first ever vehicle drawings, I guarantee you'll feel better. They were, yeah. Anyway, the stick passengers are a nice touch. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, keep it up. Don't, yeah, exactly. Joe's like, I will never share my first, yeah, me either. So if it makes you feel any better, Corzy, we all feel like this. At least most of us probably, when it comes to mechanical drawings. But you've gotten the first drawing out of the way. You're on your way toward proficiency. So when you're ready, you know, get back at it, keep it up. I bet you'll improve a little faster than you think you will. We're just boxes on wheels. See, that's even more organization than I attempted with mine. I didn't even understand what I was doing at all. You know, I still don't really, but Crazy, thank you for sharing. I think they look great. Keep it up. Dracon, I was planning on doing a lot more, but I did not have time for that. That's okay. Plus, I feel like 2 is a good number. It is. I agree. I agree that 2 is an excellent number. For anyone who was being judgy of me, 2 is a great number of studies. Pretty neat. Oh man, no, I think you did a great job here. Man, you really like leaned into those details. I am impressed. I think I struggle to get to even half this level of detail. Robot art gym? No. Nope. Christmas cat? That is too high level. I'm not ready to design machines. I'm still trying to understand machines. So, no. Not me. Not here. Maybe someone else's stream. But Dracon, these look great. Yeah, I do love how expressive this one looks. It very much looks like a dinosaur. And this is a very charismatic little truck as well. But these look really nice, actually. I think you did a great job. You enjoyed drawing the Mack truck more than the construction vehicle, did you? I think they both look good. But this, to be fair, again, you picked a very, like I was just saying on the other one, you picked a very, like, foreshortened, weird perspective drawing to try to attempt for, like, someone who's trying to figure out machine anatomy. So I think you bit off a lot here, so I can understand why you did not enjoy drawing this, but I think you did well. I just think it was a very ambitious one to attempt to, so give yourself a little slack is what I'm trying to say. Tistan, is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. But I think they both look great. You did a great job, you know, with both of these studies. Good careful attention to detail for sure. Let's find that truck. Where's my truck? Oh, there it is. Good job, Dracon. You just like Mack trucks? Well, that's fair. Cyralis? What is the Cyralis? Cyralis? Is this the photo? Oh, wait. Is this from a tree? Are you still in here, Ray of Sun? This is beautiful, Ray of Sun. Oh my gosh. Did you do this in marker? Ray of Sun. Oh my gosh, look at the way you did the lighting. Lovely. Markers. So good. So good. And, you know, the point isn't really the photorealism, though. Like, I think you really captured all of the details here. You captured all of the, like... And to be honest, without the reference, I would think this was photorealistic. Like, this is very, very high attention to detail, for sure. But, like, I mean, just that extreme lighting. You just captured that glow so nicely. See, it makes me want to play with traditional media. Like, I need to get my camera set up. Maybe next week we'll do some more. But I have a boom now, an arm boom that's gonna like hang over my head and like point down, and that way I can like do some traditional stuff too for these studies, because I need to practice with markers and paint and things like that. Yeah, right. It got you at first glance that you weren't sure which one was the picture. Exactly. No, Ray of Sun, these are incredible. I don't think Ray of Sun streams, but Ray of Sun does awesome work. So is that the name of this plant? Is it a tree? Because there's a tree by my apartment that has pods that kind of look like this. And I've always wondered what it was. But no, Ray of Sun, these are beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Wow. Lovely stuff. Thank you, thank you. Very inspiring. Here we have one from Zenith. Speaking of a Big Mac truck. Zenith killing it with this. Lovely. You love that plant. Cysalis? Is that how you say it? It looks funny. I'll have to look that up. Cysalis. Yeah. Very cool. It's fruits. It's just that they're enclosed into their leafy capsule. Oh. I'll have to look it up. So this is a very lovely structured drawing that we have here in front of us from Zenith. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Zenith. Oh, there you are. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Do you draw trucks regularly? Or I feel like we've seen you draw some pretty structured studies before, so maybe your style and your approach just kind of naturally lends itself to a more like geometric, perspective heavy sort of a you know, object, but I think you really nailed this. Yeah. Yeah, good line weight. Yep, everything's really nice. Good structure, good proportion, like good perspective. It's wonderfully done. Yeah. When we get a little closer, yeah, we can snooze Pyro. Let's let him get a little closer to give us a little more time. Appreciate that. Thank you. Keep an eye. But this looks great, Zenith. First vehicle. What? Not your first robot. Okay, there it is. I was like, you for sure have drawn something mechanical before. Like, there's too much proficiency here, I think, for me to be like, really? First vehicle? But okay, but first vehicle, but not first mechanical thing. That makes sense. This looks really great. This looks really, really great. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh my gosh, Chumpy! Thank you so much for coming in. How was your stream? Welcome, welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the Art Gym. We're looking at community-submitted studies during Art Gym. I'll show you the ones you've already looked at so we don't spoil anything, but today we did trucks. So people drew along and did some studies of trucks, or other things if you didn't want to do trucks. You don't have to draw what I pick, but that's kind of what we do here in the mornings, Monday through Wednesday. We do studies. It's kind of an accountability session for artists, so anyone is welcome to join in. And if you just got here and you're like, oh, this looks like fun, you can still draw a truck and submit it into the Discord, !Discord if you need it. And we'll just look at it next week during Monday's Art Gym. Unfortunately, I'm only able to do streams Monday through Wednesday because I have a day job right now, Thursday through Saturday, so I can't stream those days, but yeah, what were you up to, Chumpy? How was your stream? Guys, go follow Chumpy if you aren't already. Let's see. Chumpy Raid. Thank you, Ralphman, for coming on in with the raid. I hope you guys had fun over there. For anyone coming in from the raid, my name is Casey. I'm an illustrator. Like I said, we're just kind of in the middle of the Art Gym right now, but I'll pause and do a little show and tell. And Chumpy, if you have anything work safe that you want to share, feel free to drop a link in the chat. Here were my truck studies today. They are both kind of unfinished, but I ran out of time. We also talked a lot about art today, so we had some good art conversations, so I'm okay with it. But I still did more studies than I definitely would have done otherwise. I would not have studied trucks at all without the accountability of the Art Gym. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out and keeping me accountable, even if it doesn't always look like I'm making much progress. But stream went nice. You tail end of 2 pieces. Nice. I'd love to see them if they're able to be shared on stream. Here's some of my work if people haven't seen that before. Like I said, my name is Casey. I'm trying to get into illustration, mostly like kids' books, book covers, middle grade, that kind of thing. But I'm trying to branch out and like just learn and be more proficient, more comfortable with other stuff too. So if you want to stick around and watch my journey, I recently got partnered actually on Twitch, and I'm excited to do the next step, which is to get on the front page for this little porpoise. This is called a vaquita. It's a highly endangered porpoise. There's fewer than 20 left in the world, and they really, really need our help. So my whole purpose in getting partnered was for the porpoise, was so I could apply to be on the front page for Save the Vaquita Day. Yeah, I am partnered. Professor Oaks, we did it. That's okay. It happened on Monday. If you watch there's a clip at the top of the chat if you want to watch the moment when, or you can just go watch Monday's stream. We did a party on Monday, and I was very tired on Tuesday. And we did party Monday afternoon, but in the morning I announced it on stream. So thank you. Yeah, I have a crazy little check now. Let's see if I can get it to go up there. See, my little check now is by my name. Thank you, and thank you everybody who's helped make that happen. I really appreciate you guys rating in and lurking and just helping boost the numbers, you know, to make it a thing. So the next step is to apply for front page, like I was saying. And I'll let you guys know when Save the Vikita Day is happening. They haven't announced it yet. Thank you, Turgus. But I think it's going to be in October sometime, so we're just kind of waiting. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I do. So if you like watching, you know, people paint on stream, I'm still kind of doing a lot of stylistic and voice exploration. So there's a lot of inconsistencies here in my portfolio, at least in my opinion, but I am trying to kind of make it a little more cohesive and hopefully going to be pitching out for projects sometime this summer, if I can ever find any time to do that. But anyway, that's my work. That's what I do. I also sculpt, and we do creature design stuff. So here's we were looking at sea slugs earlier for Draw Me an Animal. So Sea Slug Dragon Day is coming up on the first Wednesday of the month in August. So I'll be doing that, where chat gets to pick a sea slug and I'll design a critter based on the slug. It's just a fun creature design exercise. I enjoy it a lot. But anyway, what did you get up to? Oh, are we in an ad? Shoot, I thought we paused the ads. I'm sorry. I was not paying attention. I should have been paying attention. They snuck up on me. Sorry that we're in an ads. We will, sorry for ads, guys. Let's see. We will look at your work right after. What was that? Who just did what? Oh my gosh. During an ad? Who did the thing? I can't even read what's on the screen. Void Fossa. This wouldn't happen to be Space Mufasa. Space Mufasa. Oh my goodness. Thank you. You did not need to do that. Let's see what it says. It's not updated over here. Thank you. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you for the dono. Thank you for the congrats on partner. I appreciate that. Very, very kind. Yeah, it snuck up on everyone. It's okay, Pyro. Oh, thanks, Charzia. Yeah, the partner push is officially, Oh, no, you're fine. I'm actually surprised my bot caught that, Professor Oaks. No, it's all good. You're good. Math is hard. Math is hard. Oh, there's $2 remaining? Really? Wait, I didn't even notice that. You guys are still more observant than me. 99% of the way there. We can just call it done. It's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure I have $1 in my pocket. Yeah, it's about retirement stuff. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Happy World Whale Dolphin Day. Aww. That's so cute. I love that. Well, wait. Who would you tell me that? Pyro, you didn't need to do that. No, Turgus, I don't want to, that feels like too much. Partner Plus feels like too much. That's a really big ask, I think. I don't really know how people achieve that without having like a huge fan base. Oh, thank you guys. You here, look. Kofi just gave me this little celebratory reached your goal moment. Thank you. You guys are way too kind. Way too kind. I appreciate that. We should be stretching, by the way. We should be stretching. Pyro, did you do that just so that I could, just so that I would start the TwitchCon fund that you keep asking me about? I'll start it after stream, I guess. I don't even know what I haven't even done the math on like what it's gonna cost in gas and stuff. It would bother you forever to just have that. Well, thank you guys. That was really unexpected and generous. Did everyone stretch? I hope you guys stretched during the ads. There it is. Yeah, I'm not sure why it grabbed that. Anyway, welcome back. I'm sorry. Sorry for the ads, guys. Those just kind of snuck up. Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw any of the stuff I was showing, but basically, Save the Vikita Day is coming up in October, and if you want more information, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'll be applying for the front page, and if anyone's interested in doing like a Vikita-themed stream or like doing a charity stream for the Vikita, something like that, just let me know. I'll be putting together like an event in October. It's like a calendar, so people can know like who's gonna be doing what where. But Chumpy, I saw a link from you, so let's go check out that link before I get any more distracted. And we can stop looking at my terrible cars. That would be swell. Chumpy! Oh look, giant McDonald's ads. Sorry guys. Nobody look. This is not a sponsored stream. Can't make it go away. Oh my gosh. Did you like sit out and actually like did you work from photos for these? I can't I feel like maybe you worked from a photo, but either way, they look really, really pretty. Are these your photos, or did you go sit outside and draw these? This is so impressive. I struggle so much with geometrical drawings. Like, I just get, like, my brain sees straight lines and it just tunes out. And I'm trying so hard to fix that. That's part of why I did truck studies today. We were studying vehicles because I need to get around this, like, mental block that I have against drawing anything not organic. But this looks so good, Chumpy. Yeah, how did you get these textures? Guys, now that we have Chumpy's art on stream, I'll give another shout out. Make sure you go follow if you aren't already following. Let me make sure I'm following, actually. Blah. Oh no, it's gonna start playing. I was trying to keep your art on stream. Fixed. How was I not? This is one of those things where I swear I followed you. Like, I don't know why I'm not following you. So I fixed that. Ooh, I also crashed my tab, so that's extremely exciting. Oh good, we're back. Okay, hopefully I didn't crash the stream. Hopefully we're still alive. I hate when it does that. It's so stressful. Okay, we're just gonna close all this stuff. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is so impressive. Yeah, everybody go follow Chumpy. This is really good stuff. Here, look at the reflection too. I really like this texture. Did you basically block in the watercolor section and then wait for it to dry, then go back and just do like stippling? I'm curious how you got that texture in watercolor. I'm very, very new to watercolor, so I don't know much about it. I'm hoping to start doing some studies in traditional media, like watercolor, markers, that kind of thing. And I have so much to learn from people like you, Chumpy. So thank you for sharing this. And yeah, it's very meditative, for sure. These look great. And thank you for bringing your community here, and thank you for the support. I really appreciate it, seriously. I also do sculpting, I forgot to say. Let me know if you guys want to see. I feel like a lot of you have probably already seen my sculptures, so if anyone wants to see the sculptures, I can show them. Although I have fewer sculptures to show now. Been selling some of them, so I need to make more. I've got like 2 that I can show. Let's see. Yeah, super inspiring for sure. Okay, now I've lost my Discord tab. Where do I go to find the Discord tab? Let's see. Okay, we were looking at Zenith's work. I don't know why it closed the Discord tab, but Zenith, thank you again for showing your work. It looks fantastic. We are gonna. Oh wait, truck. Where's my truck? Oh my gosh. Truck. There we go. Alright, next up is Miss Art Rules, doing some monster trucks. Very nice. We have some references. Oh my gosh, these are really funny. And then we have the study. Great job paying attention to detail. Really nice job. Of course, another watercolor study. I feel like Miss Art Rules, you pretty much exclusively work in watercolor, right? That's like your medium of choice. Really, really nice structure in this one. I like the Jurassic... What does it say? Jurassic Attack? That's funny. Yeah. Really good job with the texture on that, like, Jurassic facade, too. But these are so fun. Thank you so much for sharing. Good attention to detail. Yeah, I feel like you kind of... Was this one first, Miss Art Rules? Because this one feels like the warm-up, and then this one feels like you're a little more confident. You got that nice perspective on the wheel. The structure of the truck itself is a little more confident, it feels like. But yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know if... Miss Art Rules, do you stream, or are you thinking about streaming? Let us know. Go ahead and follow anyway, just preemptively. If you guys want to go encourage Miss Art Rules in their art journey and watch some traditional media. This is a lovely tractor painting. Is this isn't still watercolor, is it? This almost looks like acrylic. Or maybe gouache? Shiny watercolor? The truck you did at the quick draw at the fair. The quick draw at the fair. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry you didn't win, but it happens, Miss Art Rules, you know? We talk about it a lot, but rejection is just part of art. You just gotta learn to keep rolling, keep learning, keep trying. I'm not even sure. Let's see. The first monster truck you did not like. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes that first one, we talk about this a lot, but sometimes your first pass is not your best one. You just gotta keep going and warm up, you know? Well, I think it looks great. I don't know what a quick draw is. I'm assuming it was like a speed session that you did on site, but I don't know. But, oh, acrylic. I was gonna say it looks very different than your normal media. But I hope you had fun at the very least. And thank you for sharing. Charzia, trying to get back into doing studies. Well, I'm glad that you joined us today. Thank you so much for gracing us with your lovely work. I'm not sure if Charzia is still in the chat, but Charzia is an extremely accomplished illustrator and painter. And you can tell that at a glance from this extremely proficiently drawn truck. Really nice, strong use of perspective, and I know Charzia is really, really quick with like gridding and stuff like that too. Definitely go follow Charzia if you're looking for some cool inspirational art to hang out and be around. But I love what you did here. Illustrator vibes immediately, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just very structurally proficient. This is obviously like not Charzia's first time attempting this kind of a shape. Simple lines, but say a lot with very little. That's always a good sign of proficiency, for sure. But yeah, Charzia, this looks great. Again, you said a lot with very little. Yeah, extreme line confidence. Seriously, go follow Charzia if you guys aren't ready. Aren't already. Charzia is a very, very accomplished illustrator for sure. Someone said you shouldn't go to the dark side with acrylic. I don't know if it's the dark side. I do find acrylic to be really tough because it dries so fast, but it's also kind of nice because it dries so fast, you know? Then you don't have to like wait so long. Some really great structure, I know, right? Thank you, Chumpy, for the lurk. Yes, please go raid and run, do your thing. Thank you again for bringing your community here. And thanks for hanging out and supporting. I really appreciate that. Yeah, lurks are love, guys. Whether the push is on or not, I do appreciate people being here. It means a lot. And this one is from Zenzen, a portrait study. Acrylic was a lot of fun. Do you work in acrylic primarily, Trezia? I thought you worked in watercolor too for some reason. What was that big? You did like a big watercolor painting on stream one time that I got to see part of. I thought it was watercolor, but I don't remember. Zenzen, this looks great. Lovely, lovely. You're struggling with switching from analog to digital? Yeah. Straight lines are tough. Straight lines are tough. The nice thing about digital, though, is you do have a lot of really quickly accessible straight line tools if you need them. It's a lot faster than pulling out a ruler, so I guess you have that in your favor. But yeah, switching from traditional to digital is always kind of tricky. This looks beautiful. Lovely study here, Zenzen. Great portraiture. I like how you were looking for the shapes, doing some value studies here. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't think you butchered the eyes. We're always our own worst critics, though, so it's difficult. Well, thank you everybody for drawing, sharing, being here, hanging out, lurking. I'm gonna drop mine in here as well. If anybody is still working on something, don't despair, don't rush. Just take your time with it. Drop it in there when you're ready. I definitely did not finish either one of these studies, but I'm just gonna drop them in there anyway. They're not my best work. Don't judge me too harshly, but thank you for being here and encouraging me to do it anyway. And we're gonna go find someone else to bring some of this art Twitch love to, so don't go anywhere. It's really fun to bring in a big raid to folks, and I'd love to, I think I already have a target in mind, but if they're still on, we will go say hi. Because there's so many people who have been so supportive, and I have so few streams where I can raid into them to say hello. So let's go do that. No, thank you guys for being here. Oh, whoops, I forgot to change my thingy. Gosh, I always forget all the stuff. Thank you to everybody showing up in the credits here, but thank you also to the lurkers. Thank you to, you know, mods, to people who cheered today, to the very generous Ko-fi donations. I really appreciate that. That's totally not required, but very appreciated. And yeah, I just appreciate the follows and the lurkers and everybody hanging out. If you want my socials or my Discord, they're in the chat right there. Please feel free to join the community. If you're a streamer, we do have a stream section, like a stream share section. I'd love for you to get more connected with folks and meet other people in the art stream group and category. Ooh, wait. Oh, shoot. There's like 2 people I want to raid now. Dang it. Oh, it's so hard to pick. Okay, raid both. I don't think it works like that. Okay, hold on. Let me check. This is why I was keeping a chart. I was keeping a chart during the push of like when I last rated certain people, because Twitch will tell me that I did, but it won't give me the day. And it will up to a point, but it only goes back like 30 days, and the push took 2 months. So let me just check and see when the last time I rated both of these people are. Ooh, it has been a while since we've rated both of these people. Shoot, that didn't help at all. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna raid... How did you post Skittles' raid message? Okay, we're gonna raid this person for now, but I'm making a note that next time I want to raid this other. There's two people who've been very supportive during the push that I would love to go thank. But we have not raided Carson in like over 2 months, guys, which I feel like we have to remedy, because Carson has been so supportive and raided in and just been a really good art friend, and yeah, and lurking, and I just really appreciate his help, and I would love to go return some of that raid love today if we can, since we have some people here. And well, I'm making a note though of the person I want to raid next time too, so I'm gonna write that down after stream. But freshly partnered Snowstorm, there we go. If you want to copy that raid, he'll be, I think he already knows, but we can raid that one in too. That's funny. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Let's go say hi to Carson. He's a really wonderful artist here on Twitch. If you don't already know Carson, you should definitely follow and get to know his work. But thank you to everybody showing up here in the credits. Like I said, I'll be back on in like 4 hours, so I'll see you guys back this afternoon if you want to come back. I'm probably just going to work on the sub-zoo for the whole afternoon. If I manage to finish that, then I'm going to work on Art Fight. That's pretty much what the plan is this afternoon. So if you want to come back at 4 p.m., I'll see you back here. If not, have a great rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you another time.